Hey, hello, hello. Big game tonight. Game 5. What is up? Well, Miles, go. Yes, sir. Indeed. Big game. Let me post that I'm live in my Discord. Give me one moment. Leafs in 6. Undoubtedly. 100%. Hi Turnpike, how's it going? Huge game, indeed. Huge game. Leafs have made a couple of lineup changes. If you guys didn't know, Holmberg out of the lineup, and a little sadly for me, Yarncroke not in the lineup anymore. I was a little. Yeah, let's pull up the lines. Let's pull up the official lines. Yarncroke is now out as well. Okay, so here are the lines from Jonas Siegel. Give me one moment. I'll pull them up on screen here. Okay. There we go. So here are the projected lineups from Jonas Siegel. So Nyes, Matthews, Marner stays the same. Pacioretty, Tavares, Nylander. So that also stays the same. We got Domi, McMahon, and Robertson. So Robertson getting into the lineup, and then Lawton, Camp, and Lorentz. Camp getting into the lineup there as well. So those are the projected lines. Yeah, unfortunately, Yarncroke is out of the lineup. Look, obviously, as someone who likes Yarncroke, I do like Yarncroke. I feel like people are a little bit more harsh on Yarncroke than they should be, but some people do have valid complaints, like the fact that I think he has 5 goals in. Oh, I don't have the. My chat isn't popping up on screen. Hold on. But the fact that he has 5 goals in 103 playoff games. A little valid. I'll give them that. What's my chat popping up on the screen? Why is that not working? It should be popping up. Hold on. We'll do another little test here. If I just do this. Does that work? Okay, it works. Hold on. It's a little scuff. Give me a moment. Let me fix it here. Okay. Not sure why my usual chat isn't working, but this one is, so let's do this. There you go. Fix, save. Turn that off. Put that down there. We'll shrink it slightly. There we go. That looks okay. Alright, sorry about that. Remember when I said that the Leafs should take Yarncroke for Robertson? Looks like they listened to me. Yeah, I guess so. Brent Seabrook is head coach. I think Seabrook's going to be the head coach of the Hurricanes. All right. Yeah, look. I love Yarncroke. I do think that he has, he brings a lot defensively. He's very good at shutting down. But also at the same time, I do understand them taking up Yarncroke out of that fourth line. If you did have to choose someone to come out of the lineup, I would agree it would be Yarncroke. I'm trying to be as objective as I can. Yeah, Yarncrook does make the most sense to come out. It's unfortunate. I like Yarncrook a lot, but yeah, understandable. I'm ready for the lip service season. That's looking to commence. Indeed, Josh. Big game tonight? Yes. Big game. I believe they said that the winner of Game 5 wins 79% of the time. I think that's what they said. So a huge game. Huge game. The Leafs need to win this one. It's almost like a Game 7. Well, I mean, I was going to say as close as you can get to a Game 7 without actually being one, but Game 6 is there too. But yeah, it's very important. It's interesting that they did put Camp in the lineup because it's been a while since he's played. I don't remember the exact time he's last played, but it's been a bit. So the fact that they're down to put him in, it's a little interesting. I still don't like Robertson's chances of staying with the Leafs next season. Yeah, I mean, he's still an RFA, I think, is what I remember double checking. I'm pretty sure he's still an RFA. But, yeah, I don't think he wants to stay. He's been scratched for, so long, so much. I think he's done with it. All right, that's a perfect ending for that song because now the game is getting going here. So let's turn that on for me. We'll get the clock up here. Game hasn't quite started yet for myself, but my stream is always like a minute behind, which is really annoying because I'm using the official Sportsnet app. And, with it being the official Sportsnet app, in my opinion, it should be not that delayed at all, but whatever. It is what it is. Frank Nazar's future Golden Knights, maybe. Yeah, we can't lay a stink pickle on the outset there tonight. This is Game 7 vibes. But Stolar's in a comfortable position to return. Yeah, I did see Stolar's was skating, so that's a positive sign. But of course, Woll is starting tonight. Berube promised him in training camp that he would get minutes, and that's why he signed this year. He didn't really keep his promise until tonight. Yeah, he didn't. I mean, yeah, he's still been in and out of the lineup. Thank you, Jake. Thanks for the good luck. Appreciate it. Game has started, by the way, as you can see from the little timer. Ooh, I do want to actually shrink that a little bit. Oh, nope, not that. This. There we go. Jones' shot, that gets blocked, and Nylander was almost away. As the Panthers will get back in. Yeah, to be fair, I think Berube promised time to Robertson if he played well, and Robertson is just he's a player that has so much potential. I mean, don't blame the guy. He wants to play. Yeah, for sure. Robertson wanting to leave, I have no issue with that at all. There's nice to Marner across to McCabe. He had to spin around to accept that pass. His shot blocked in front. I have no quarrel with Robertson wanting to leave if he wants to again. He'll definitely get more time on a team that's not quite as strong as Toronto. So, obviously he might not get some playoff games, but he'll get more time, more experience, which is, I think, something that he both deserves and needs. I think he needs more NHL game experience to really kind of progress his career. And so I would not be surprised if he wants to get traded. Lorentz behind the goal. That comes to Benoit, who pinches in behind the net, sends it around to the far side. OEL, who had missed, I believe, yesterday's practice. There was a little bit of a suggestion that I think started from Steve Dangle, questioning if the Leafs were under the weather, and OEL missed yesterday's practice due to illness, so That kind of gives a little bit of leverage to that, question. New Chicago Blackhawk, Nicky Bobby. I mean, honestly, I think that would be a great place for him. Riley's shot blocked and goes back down. But yeah, I think that would be a really phenomenal place for Robertson. I think he would get a lot of time on ice. I mean, really, Robertson, I think his two deficiencies in his game is his penalties. He takes a lot of undisciplined penalties that really are just not great. Like especially in the offensive zone. And his defensive game isn't super strong either. But he's progressed on the aggressive side where he hits a lot more. He used to not be very physical in his game, and he's become a lot more physical since Berube took over. But yeah, I could see him really not wanting to be traded or not wanting to stay with the Leafs after this season. The puck does come out here, so lead pass to Pacioretty. He'll just flip it down. Bobrovsky gloved it, and Tavares tied up in front, almost had an opportunity for a rebound. And Tavares, I think he wanted a call. Matthews now on the puck. I, for one, wouldn't miss him. I would somewhat. Matthews comes in. His shot fumbled as Ekblad got a stick in that way. Reinhart trying to send it down. Barkov trying to send it to the front. Nice. Tips it to the corner. I sort of would miss Robertson. I think Robertson could be a player that is very, very strong, but in his current development, he's not quite there. There's a possibility that Robertson is the type of player that you would miss because his shot is so strong. He has such a good shot, but he's been with the Leafs for such a long time that do you really trust his game to get there? Austin Matthews' career shooting percentage in the regular season, 15.8, playoffs, 9.3, against the Panthers, 0%. 0 goals, 5 points in 9 career playoff games against the Panthers. And speaking of, is Matthews going to score tonight? I sure hope so. I would love... I need him to kind of score tonight, honestly. I kind of need Matthews to score tonight. That shot from the point trickles to Joseph Woll, who makes the first save of the game almost 5 minutes in. Now Lorentz trying to get past Schmidt, who slows him up. Allows Kulikov to take over. He lost his glove, but he got it up to Bennett. Bennett tied up by Lawton. Lawton gains the zone, trying to chip it over. Gets blocked, and he'll just send it deep. Yeah, I would love for Matthews to score. I mean... The Matthews discussion is the same as it's been basically for most of this playoff. McCabe to Domi. His shot blocked. Now he gets an on-goal save by Bobrovsky on a little chip backhand after the block. But, yeah, like I know people say you can't make excuses for Matthews, but it's so obvious that he's injured, and he's a human. Like... I don't know, like, what do you want him to do? It's not like he can just be like, no, you know what? I know I'm, like, really injured right now, but I'm just gonna score anyways. Like, it's not that simple. Pacioretty for Tavares, back to the point. Benoit cross. OEL puts it in the corner. Tavares had that poked away from him. Now Greer will chip it out. So, I would love for Matthews just to beast mode 1. Oh, they don't call that an icing. That's kind of trash. Whatever. Yeah, I would love for him to beast mode 1, but like he's played well, and we know he's injured, so I don't know. I think you could give a lot more I think you could complain about Matthews a lot more in previous series than this year in the playoffs, in my opinion. Look, my favorite all-time Leafs, I haven't been watching hockey very long, is Kasperi Kapanen, but I know the potential only takes you so far. He is a prime example. Yeah, Cappy definitely is a very fun player. I mean, the Leafs have had a couple players, I guess, kind of like, not quite Nick Robertson, but like, Kasperi Kapanen, Andreas Janssen. I'm trying to think of some other players that have recently gone through. I guess maybe those are like the big ones where, those guys do have the potential, especially Kapanen. Kapanen had so much speed. He did have the talent to score, but he never quite found that level to get it to the NHL speed, where he could handle the puck at the speed that he was able to get to. He just wasn't quite there. So yeah, it's tough. I feel like with Robertson, yeah, it's one that you would love for him to be able to find that game and take it to the next level and be able to be in the NHL lineup every single game. But I get Berube not putting him in there. I understand. So I'm if he's a guy that you let go and succeeds elsewhere, it's kind of how the game goes. Happened with Marchment. It's another Leaf player that I'm trying to think of right now. There's another Leaf player that the Leafs let go and is succeeding elsewhere. More recently, it's not like a Carter Verhaeghe, but like a Marchment. I mean, Trevor Moore slightly. That was the other guy that I was kind of thinking of. More slightly, kind of like that. Is Matthews the Kirk Cousins of the NHL? I don't know Kirk Cousins, so maybe. Connor Brown in the same way, yep. He whiffed on 50% of his shots. That was the most frustrating trait. Yeah, Cappy, he was kind of frustrating. Cappy was like, he was a frustrating player for sure. I love Johnson. I was upset when the Leafs traded him for pretty much an AHL player. Yeah, but, I mean, is Andreas Janssen even still playing in the NHL? Like, I know he was traded to the Devils. I don't even think he's still playing. Could be wrong. But yeah, Brown's definitely an example. He's succeeding pretty nicely with Edmonton right now. I'm actually, whatever he scores, I'm really happy for Brown. I love Connor Brown a lot, actually. I'm really happy for him. Matthews. Oh, he sent that through the slot. I don't know how that got through everyone, but it did. Now it's in the corner. Nice. Trying to work his way around. Yeah, Janssen is long gone. Damn, spelled correct, yeah. Loved him on Lewis Brown. Yeah, for sure. I did too. Marner able to send it down. Benoit battling. But it's knocked back to Barkov and played out. Uh-oh, here's a chance. Comes in, shot there! And Verhaeghe just puts it high as he had a lane to the net. And now Bennett with a chance. His shot blockered away by Joseph Woll. Now Verhaeghe, another opportunity. Off of Benoit, up and out of play. Verhaeghe and Bennett with a couple of opportunities. Verhaeghe, so much speed. And then it's Nylander who is back. Off the crossbar. Wow. Verhaeghe close to putting the Panthers in the league. And then Bennett somehow finds this puck and comes out in the slot. Tyler Mirovic, former Atlanta Gladiator player. Now played 3 ice, New York and New Jersey. Interesting. Oh, bad turnover here by the Leafs. Lundell, his shot stopped, rebound, and Pacioretty's able to play it into the corner. As the Leafs can't clear the zone. Now Nylander pokes it free. Nylander in on a breakaway. Coming in. Stopped by Bobrovsky. Trying to send it out front. Tavares puts it wide. Man, that was close. Oh, Willie. Yo, Josh, thank you for the one gifted membership. Nice, Nick got it. That's huge. Thank you very much for that. Appreciate it. Thank you, thank you. I don't have a notification for that. My notifications for subs and stuff are. Oh, another one. Oh, I heard it. Oh, it's kind of off screen a little bit. Oh, Jesus. Okay, I'm gonna need to fix that. You kind of saw it a little bit right there. But thank you very much for the second gifted membership. I very much appreciate that, Josh. Thank you, thank you. I really need to fix that. No, another shot stopped. And another gifted member. Damn, Josh. Okay. Thank you. Oh, Domi gets hit up high. Here comes the Panthers shot. Gloved by Joseph Woll. As Domi was down on the ice, he got clipped. It might have been from McMahon, though. There was a lot going on there. I appreciate the gifted memberships. Thank you very much. So here's Nylander with the poke check. Sends him loose all alone. And backhand, forehand. Bobrovsky makes the glove save. Here's McMahon with a big hit. And it's Barkov's stick that ends up clipping Domi. No call. But is that a little bit of a... They might call that a follow-through into a hit. It's a difficult one. Gadjevich and Domi talking to each other on the benches. There's a quick shot off the draw. Blocked in front. Rebound by Boakfist. Stopped. Boakfist, who comes into the lineup as Evan Rodriguez. Oh, come on. Benoit beat out that icing. That's crazy. Okay, sorry. I got to catch up on Kirk Cousins, an NFL quarterback. Earned around $294 million in his career, but only played one. Only has one playoff win. Damn, that's crazy. Yeah, I'm not much of a NFL head. I'm honestly the only sport that I watch is hockey. That's it. Yes, thank you again, Josh. Appreciate it. One of the worst things I said, Nylander was in the RFA negotiations. I was like, trade him because we have a better player in Kapanen. Yeah, you know what? Some of us always have bad takes. It happens. Puck, here is Ekblad with it. Comes in front. And good stop there by Joseph Woll. And that one bounces to the middle of the ice. Benoit can't get to the red line and dump it in, so Panthers send it right back. Joseph Woll out to play it, trying to send it around to Lorenz. He chips it, but it's blocked. Now there's a shot, and Woll will stop and hold on. It's a good thing I wasn't a GM. Yeah, that's right, me too. Damn. If Nylander was able to get it up a little bit higher, he would have put it past the glove of Bobrovsky. It was a close one. And I had my R1 Leafs jersey customized as Jackie Boy Campbell. We can't win them all. To be fair with Campbell, I liked Campbell. Honestly, I would have a Campbell jersey. I would legit have a Campbell jersey right now. I would be down with that. I love Jack Campbell, even if he's had his, struggles and he's not in the NHL. Yeah. No, I would also not have any regrets. No shot. My only jersey that I regret getting in terms of having a player customized on the back was when I got my Buffalo Sabres Reverse Retro 1.0 jersey. That was the year Taylor Hall signed in Buffalo. And I was like, Taylor Hall is going to have a huge year in Buffalo. And then he fucking sucked in Buffalo. He was trash. And I went, damn. That sucks. So, you know what? Not the smartest one. Maybe could have picked another player. To be fair, who else would I have gotten? Darlene, I guess. Dude, I own a Thornton Leafs jersey. We all make mistakes. Yeah. Is there one that I regret for my Leafs collection? Trying to think of. I don't have too many Leaf players, honestly. A lot of my jerseys aren't completely customized. But yeah, like I have Nylander, like I have all the core four. I have a Darren Pupa Leafs jersey. I have a Zach Hyman Leafs jersey. I'm fine with those ones. Outside of that, McCabe, Brian McCabe, not Jake McCabe. Sundin, I have. Yeah, no, I don't think I have too many ones that I fully regret in terms of the Leafs one. I have a Marlowe, but I love that one. That's fair. I have a Marlowe Sharks jersey. I don't have a Marlowe Leafs jersey. Right, 9:19 here left to go. Shots 7-2 in favor of the Panthers. I haven't commented too much on the game so far, but yeah, so far the Panthers have kind of controlled most of possession, even though it took about 5 minutes to get a shot on goal. You have a Freddie Anderson Leafs jersey? That's true. My reverse retro 1.0, actually. So I guess Josh and I both have a goalie for the R1, but different goalies. Here comes the Panthers in. Lundell poked, but that comes to Marchand with a shot. Stopped by Jay Wool. And Marchand and Lawton talking to each other there after the whistle, as they have tended to do so far in the series. Yeah, Lundell moving in. And that one, I think, was poked back to Marchand. And then his shot was kind of deflected a bit, but Joseph Woll able to make the save. And Carlo gives a little shove to Lundell, who Marchand comes and gives the shot to him. And then Lawton going at Marchand. Come on, Lawton, huck his beacon. Yeah, well, you know, only do that after the Panthers take a penalty. I don't want the Leafs to take a penalty first. That one puck comes back, shot goes wide. Leafs on it here behind their own net. Panthers trying to come away with it. Boqvist, Reinhart, and Barkov out there right now. So interesting lineup for the Panthers off the draw here. But now comes free for Barkov. He sends it across to Reinhart, who was behind him, so he has to regather it. Shot from the point, goes wide. Barkov on it on the near side. Back to the point. Mikkola, his shot deflects into behind the net. Matthews trying to send it out to Marner. It was intercepted, and Nyes with a good stick there to stop Barkov's shot to getting to the net. And now they'll send it back in. Nyes with a good check. And we'll see how often the Leafs can get this Matthews lineup out against the Barkov line. That's what they want, presumably, as what they had during the first two games. And then in game 3, Paul Maurice sent the Lundell line to try and stop Matthews. And it kind of ended up working a little bit. So we'll see if the Leafs can get that Matthews line away from the Lundell line. Bennett, though, his shot stopped by Joseph Woll. Oh my God, why did Bennett have so much time there? Jesus. Riley up ahead. His pass to Pacioretty cut off. Now Bennett to Forsling, poked away by Domi. Max Domi coming in with Nylander. Pacioretty shot save. Played into the corner. Pacioretty back on it. Carlo with the blast from the point. Just wide. Forsling in the corner. Now Kachuk across, and Panthers will manage to play it out. I have a Matthews, Marner, and Tavares jersey. Want Riley and Nylander too, but don't have them. But money don't come easy. Yeah, that's true. You do not. I don't even have a Nylander jersey with his current number on it. I only have it with his 29. All right, I'm here from the beginning. Go Leafs. Indeed. Go Leafs go. It has been interesting, I will say, that they took out Holmberg instead of McMahon. I feel like Holmberg's been a little bit more valuable than McMahon so far in this series, but we'll see if that changes. Now Robertson down for Kampf. Kampf in front! Benoit! Oh, big save! I think Bobrovsky just got a piece of that, as Benoit had a wide open lane to the net on a good pass by David Kampf. Oh, Jesus. Matthews Clutching is showing up today. Yes, sir. Indeed. Marchand gets hit hard, but he sends it back to the point. There's a shot. And that one just goes high. Back to the point. Here's Jones. And that one's saved by Joseph Woll as Lundell gets a little chop at it after the whistle. Go Leafs go. The Leafs jersey I'm wearing right now is my Fanatics Authentic Pro. But there's the Bennett shot that he had so much time with. Joseph Woll just get a blocker on it. And then here's a really good give and go with Kampf. Oh, and I think just gets a piece of it as Bobrovsky. But a good little give and go there by Kampf and Robertson. I don't know. Benoit might have just put that one wide. I would have to see it again. But it was close. It was close. Benoit top speed, 37.5 kilometers an hour. Off the draw, Matthews wins it, which he's been good at. But at least can't get it out. Mikula keeps it in. Good job by Riley to stop the cycle, and that one's played out, but it will be not enough for icing. They say it's tipped. They say it was tipped down. Marner, good forecheck here. Trying to send it in front. It was stopped up, but good little forecheck. Carlo pinches, keeps it in for a moment, but Panthers regroup. Now here's Boqvist with a shot stopped. Matthews trying to swipe it away. Met it out of the air. 2 huge stops from Joseph Woll. Wow. Barkov trying to send it in front. Now it's sent across. Blockered. Now scores. Ekblad. Aaron Ekblad gets the first goal on the game off of just too many chances that the Leafs give up. Joseph Woll had so many good saves there. So here's the shot by Boqvist. He makes the save. It's knocked out of the air. And Joseph Woll makes the second huge stop. Reinhart puts it wide. And Leafs just battling for it. Matthews turns it over to Barkov, who sends it in front. And then past across. It's bouncing. Reinhart gets it back to Ekblad, who's in the circle. And he just puts a perfect shot right into the corner. That's too many chances. Just jinxed it. Need to learn to shut my mouth. Yeah, it's okay. I've done that before too. I remember during the series, I was like, "Yeah, Carlo's doing a really good job right now." And immediately after I said that, the Panthers scored. So, yeah, that was not great. That was not a great sequence there from the Leafs. They just, I mean, it's not even like they were outmanned. They just got out-battled to the puck. And the Leafs are getting outshot 13-3. Draw one there by the Panthers. OEL off the boards and out. Here's Nylander trying to work his way around Forsling. Shot, save, rebound! Pacioretty had that one just go by him. Now Bennett comes in, his shot stopped up by McCabe. Lead pass up ahead, Nylander on it again, trying to work his way around Schmidt, and he comes offside. Got to have an offensive zone draw in this game. Are you kidding me? Yeah, it's, you know, I'm fine with the Leafs. Oh, gosh. Hello? I think I just crashed. Maybe? I think I'm back. Hello? Let me double check on my phone. Okay, I'm good. All right. Yeah. My it's my internet. It's just my internet. Sometimes I got something to do with my PC where, like, sometimes even though I'm connected to Ethernet, it'll go out for half of a second. Well, actually, usually it's a little bit longer than half of a second, but I don't know. I think it's something to do with, like, something to do with my PC. I don't know. Not quite too sure. Anyways, it's good. As long as we're back, we're fine. Hey Rick, how's it going? Canada's all right. It's not great. It's not super great because we're down 1-0, but for the most part. Oh, that's too bad, Rick. I hate the Panthers. I hate the Panthers. I hate the Panthers. I hate the Bruins for trading Marchand to the Panthers. Yeah, me too, Leafs fan. Me too. Oh, yeah, that's unfortunate, Rick. Sorry to hear that. Panthers win the draw. Sent down the ice right on Joseph Woll. He has to cover up. So it'll be an offensive zone draw. Joseph Woll, 3-1 record, 2.51 goals against average in 4 career playoff home games. Why can't we just win game 3? Yeah, it would have been nice. Would have been nice, but it's okay. We're winning this game. We're winning this game. We will win this game. All right. We got this. We'll have to redo that draw. I think Domi... No, maybe Domi's not getting waived. It's Lindell versus Domi right now. Okay, he does get waived, so Robertson to come take the draw. We haven't seen the superpower yet from Nick Robertson. He always scores after a game off, so here he's with it. He turns it over to Marchand. Okay, at least able to push it out though. And the Leafs will make a change. It's Robertson's superpower. He always scores after coming back from being scratched. Just sometimes takes a little time. Good stop there by Woll behind the net to get it up to the Leafs. Played down into the Panthers zone. Jones is there with it first. Poked away and now sent back down. Well, he's got to poke it out. He does. Now Leafs coming into the zone. Camp tried to play it back. It goes back out. Duncan Keefe, future head coach. I think he probably would be an assistant coach for a little bit first, but maybe. Release are just unreal. How does Willie miss another breakaway? And how does Benoit miss that open net? This is just torture. Well, I mean, Nylander got stopped. That's just a... I don't really... Like, he went back on 4, and it's a good save by Bobrovsky. I don't know. That's not one where I'd say, oh, man, you suck. And with Benoit, I mean, it's Benoit. Like, come on, you can't expect too much. You can't expect too much from Benoit. The OT goal, that's something crazy. Don't worry, it's still better than losing to Ottawa. Would have been awful. Yeah, that's true. Would have been really losing to Ottawa would be much worse. But it's a good thing because we're not going to lose to Florida either. We're going to win. I'm trying to be confident here. All right, we got this. All right, we're going to beat the Panthers. We're going to win the series. We got this series. I believe. Oh, Riley. Kachuk back to the point. There's a shot. Blocked away by Joseph Woll. Sent down. Bennett's pass goes off of a skate. And good job by Tavares to intercept that pass. He tries to work his way around Forsling. He gets pushed down. Oh, turnover by Joseph Woll. Kachuk fans on the pass. Now Bennett, of course, in the kitchen of Joseph Woll. Shocker. Tanev, he'll get to the red line, dump it in. Matthews on the forecheck here. Comes up with the puck, trying to send it in front for Hagee. Able to knock it away, but McCabe knocks it down. Kips it in the zone. Down for Matthews. Come on, big shift here, boys. Big shift. Now gets it around, knocked down. Lundell plays it in. Marchand leaves it there. There's a stop, and Monitor gets tripped up, and that will be a penalty. Leafs on the power play. They need to score. All right, big power play opportunity. Marchand going after Marner. He doesn't like that call. Let's take a look. Yeah, I mean, Lundell gets his stick into the skates of Marner. I guess Marchand thinks it's a little bit of a dive there on Marner, but either way, the Leafs do get a power play out of it. Yeah, it's a great chance here. Hi, Nick. How's it going? So a minute 43 left in the period. 2 minutes, of course, on the power play for the Leafs. This is a big one. They don't need a goal, but it would be so good. They're 8 for 32 on the power play so far in these playoffs, but I think they had 6 of those goals against the Senators, so they've only had 2 power play goals against the Panthers in the series, I believe. Off the draw, Tavares does get it back to Matthews. Quick shot down low. Stopped, and that does get cleared. Power play last game, Leafs went 0 for 3. Matthews gets it across to Tavares. Tavares throws it down back for Marner. Marner down for Tavares. He gets checked along the boards. Matthews helps him out, trying to send it across, and Reinhart knocks it out of the air. You don't think you'll be going to Game 6? Oh, that's too bad. 1 minute left to go in the period. Matthews to Marner. Gains the zone. Sent it around. Tavares once again tied up along these boards. Panthers have done a good job. Marner with the shot, and that goes wide. Rebound! Oh, and Bobrovsky somehow keeps that out as Nyes had the rebound. Nyes trying to come out from behind the net. He stopped. Tavares to Matthews. Marner across. Domi back for Marner. Take a shot, boys. Domi down low. Here's Matthews. Down for Domi. Jesus. Come on, guys. Tie it up. 17 seconds left to go. And Luostarinen sends it up the boards. It gets actually stopped by the ref. He gets a second opportunity, and Nosek will clear it. I actually think the ref stopping that gave the Panthers a little bit more of an effort to clear it. I think Marner would have stopped it, and that's going to do it for the period. I hate Bob, yeah. Ugh, that play off the backboards. I want to see this again. Oh, Bobrovsky with the left pad. That's a good fucking save by Bobrovsky. That's a really good save. So that does it for our first period. Panthers 1 goal, Leafs 0. Not a fantastic start from the Leafs. They've had some good starts in this series, but that is not one of them. That is not one of them. They'll need to have a better second period. Because, yeah, that wasn't great. Not great. It is nerve-wracking. Yeah, not an ideal first period for sure. Not an ideal first. 1 second here. You can do Puck Doku. Why not? Let's embarrass myself with some Puck Doku here. Alright. Leafs and Canadians, obviously, we can do Pacioretty. But I want to do Pacioretty. I want to do... For some reason, Carl Alsner is popping into my head right now for 3 games. Or 3 teams. I don't know why. I don't even know... Okay, it's not even correct. I don't know why that name came into my head. It was just like... It was just one that came into my head. You did good on Puck Dooku today? Yeah. Oh, we'll see. Leafs and Capitals. Obviously, Sandin's there. Trying to not get... For the Leafs goaltender, we can do Sparks. We can do Hutchinson. Sparks, Hutchinson... Oh, there's like one goaltender that I'm just on the verge of, and I can't quite remember it. We'll do Garrett Sparks, why not? 3%, damn. Gustafson, that's true. Goaltender for the Blues. I'm gonna do Hutchinson. I'm pretty sure Michael Hutchinson played for more than 3 teams. Yeah, there we go. Yeah, Plekanec, it's true. My goat. I do like Plekanec. I think he played... Isn't he born on a... Pretty sure he's born on my birthday. Yeah, he's born on Halloween. There you go. You know what? We'll do it for him. My goat. Oh, he's 13%. We'll take it though. I'll look at your set. Yeah, after we're done. Sandin, yeah, there's Gustafson there. There's one more. There's Samsonov. There's Three teams for like Gardner. I wouldn't have guessed him. So I can't do him. I don't want to take too many options. 2006 Hurricanes. I affiliate with the Riverettes and the Cyclones. I like the Riverettes name. We'll throw out Domi. Why not? That's gonna be a big one, but we'll do it anyways. 2%, not terrible. And then with the Capitals, Kovalchuk played for the Caps, right? Like in his final years. Dude, how do I spell Kovalchuk? How do I spell Kovalchuk? There we go, Kovalchuk. I'm pretty sure. Am I high? Did he not play for the Capitals for 1 year? I don't know why I'm thinking that. Is that true? It is true. Okay. That's why. I was like, I'm pretty sure Kovalchuk played for the Capitals at the end of his career. Okay. I wasn't sure if I was going crazy or not. Kovalchuk was in my mind because there was a tweet that I guess he's just a fucking maniac on the road. He's had over 100 speeding tickets in the past year, and just a bunch of shit. And I'm just like, goddamn, dude, chillax, slow down. Why can't I think of a Blues goaltender, dude? For some reason it's crazy. I mean, obviously Broder's funny. Yeah, Rasmus Sandin could be one for the Leafs Caps. I'm trying to think of a lower percentage one, but that tweet had me dying. Yeah, he is an absolute weapon. Honestly. Yeah, Broder and Binnington are the only goaltenders for some reason. I don't want to do Broder because I feel like that would be a high one. I want to think of one that's smaller, and there's got to be one, and for some reason I can't think of one right now. Fuck it. We'll just do Broder. Why not? Yeah, it's high. I don't want to do Sandin. I'll take Eric Gustafson for for that one. It's gonna be high too, but we'll take that one. Blues and Capitals. I'm honestly, I don't know these ones. I don't think I know these ones. Blues and Capitals or Blues and Habs. I'm trying to think. I don't know. Oshie? Oh, Oshie, yeah, you're right. Oshie did play on the Blues. All right, well, I'll just steal that one. We'll steal that one. Yeah, it's a high one, but we'll steal it. Jake Allen, obviously, bro. Halak. Gilmore, Jesus, bro. Lars Eller. What about the low ones? These are all like guys from like way back in the day. Dickie Moore. Hell of a name right there. Dickie Moore. What are the lower ones that I could have done for the Leafs? Obviously, yeah, this is also going to be like really old players. Hainsey! Hainsey played for the fucking Canadians, bro. Damn. Dominic Moore. Shit, bro. Adam Brooks? Really? Went to the... Damn. Jordy Ben. Dang, dude. I guess there's so many of these. Hockey is rigged. I don't know about that. Let's see. Joe Quenneville. Jeez. Tim Gleason. Travis Boyd. Nick Kyprios. Damn. Richard Panic. Connor Carrick? Really? I didn't know Carrick. Berube. My boy. Damn. Mrazek. That's who I should have done. I should have done Poopa. Why did I do Poopa? I was just talking about Poopa. Ah, oh, come on. You dumbass. You idiot. Oh, you gotta be kidding me, dude. That's embarrassing right there. That I had to fucking go to... Why is Charlie Lindgren? Oh, Blues, not Capitals. Okay. I was gonna say, why is he so low? Thomas Grice. Patrick Lalime. Jacques Plante. Chris Osgood. Ben Bishop, I forgot he played for the Blues. Ryan Miller. Okay. What's a good one? Down here, John Gillies. Chris Drieger, that is a good one. Jim Carrey, the Net Detective. Okay, okay. Alex Lyon, yeah. Interesting. Sorry, I'm just like looking through players' names. I'm just like intrigued to see like what I could have done. That's funny. Cody Eakin. Could have been a good one. Yeah, Piranha. Damn, Lars Eller again. I really should have remembered. Halak is like almost a free space. If you are playing Puck Doku on the daily, Halak is like someone you should know in and out because he comes up so fucking often. He has just played every team. He has gone everywhere, dude. That is a roaming goaltender. He has just gone everywhere. Anyways, all right. Not a great Puck Doku for me today, but it's usually not, to be honest. You know, I haven't done. I usually do a couple of dulls during the day, and I haven't done them yet. So let me double check, make sure that we still got a little bit of time. So I don't know. Fuck it, we ball. We'll do a couple of them. I do have to turn off that because my first one here. Oh, oopsies. Handle, Groldo. We'll get these up here. Okay, first one we have here is Bandle. So this, they give you like just parts of the song and you have to guess it. They give you the year 1997, 16 million. Try and figure out what song it is. Oh, why is my screen black? That's a good question. I have no idea. Hello? There we go. Okay, I got no idea what that is. 1977. It's gonna be a difficult one for me. Nothing's coming to mind right now. I don't know if I know this one. It's funky. It's funky for sure. It's almost there. I'm almost kind of getting something with that. Where's the backing vocals come in? Probably like right here, I would assume. Ah, dude, that sounds so familiar. Okay, with voice cover. Oh, what is it? Oh, no, I know that for sure. Oh, no, I definitely know it. I definitely know it. I definitely know it. Alright, I sense affection. I feel love. Okay. I feel love was indeed it. The one thing, I do like Bandle quite a bit. The one thing with Bandle is the hint is 99% of the 99% of the time so obvious. Like extremely obvious. And in that case it definitely was. Alright. Now we'll do Wordle or Worldle. So this is just the shape of a country. I have to guess the shape of the country. This one is Hungary. I am fairly good at not Hungary. I know my countries pretty well at this point. I'm pretty good at knowing the countries. Now we do Globla, which is you just have to guess a country, and it tells you how far you are away. I'm 8,000 kilometers away. So I'll guess India. India's closer, 2,000. Indonesia. Indonesia's farther than India. So maybe Tajikistan. Farther away than that. So maybe it's like Japan. Japan's closer. South Korea is probably the answer. Yeah. All right. Getting close to game time, but not quite. So we'll head over to travel. So this I just have to get to Cameroon to Lesotho with just going by country. So we'll go Cameroon to the Democratic Republic of the Congo touch. I think I have to go Congo first, and then yeah. And then I go Zambia, and then I go Botswana, and then I go South Africa. And we're all good. Lesotho. Lesotho. Whatever, man. All right. Now, do I want to do connections? Because I'm bad at connections. Do I want to embarrass myself on connections? I don't, because the game is basically starting. Let's see. Let me quickly look at connections, and we'll decide if I want to embarrass myself or not. I feel like, okay, hold on. So this is connections. I have to find a connection between all these words. I feel like Dumbo, Ted, Bolt. Because these are all like movies. Like Ted is a movie. Bolt is a movie with the dog. Dumbo is obviously the elephant. That's John Wick. Let's see. Maybe it's Kilo. Nope, I got no idea. Alright, good enough. I'm done. I'm out of there. Let's get the fuck out of there before I embarrass myself more. Game's almost on anyways, so. Close enough. If the lose this one, it's over. Yeah, it's going to be tough. It'll be tough. It'll be very, very tough. For sure. Neo? Like from the Matrix? I mean, I guess that could be... Oh, I wonder if it's like John Wick. Or not John Wick. Keanu Reeves characters that he plays. Neo, Wick. Maybe like Bolt. It's a good idea, Stadiums Arena. It's a good thought. Could be it. Could be it. Alright. Game is starting up here, so we'll stop that music there. We'll mute that. Oh, okay. So not an amazing first period there for the Leafs. Shot attempts 33 to 12. Oof. Not ideal. Not ideal for the Leafs. 2007 Flyers minor league affiliate with the Phantoms and the Ice Pilots. All right, so the Leafs have 17 seconds of power play time here to start the period. Not really, honestly, it's probably not going to do much. Power plays to start this period I always find to be just dog water, absolute nothing. So especially with 17 seconds, means basically nothing. The only thing that the Leafs can do that I would say with this 17 seconds is to make sure the Leafs get into the offensive zone and get some time, but the Panthers will win it, get it down into the Leafs' end, and kill off 10 seconds there. Marner is able to gain the zone and turn around from Verhaeghe, but it turns over, goes back to Lindell, who comes out of the box, sent across rink wide to Verhaeghe, or for Reinhart, who will send it in. Lindell back to the far side. Mikkola will stop up there. Now Lindell trying to send it out front. Goes past the stick of Mikkola. And now Nylander has a chance to send up to David Kampf. Kampf with it. Across to Nylander. Shot! And that puts high. Now there's another shot off the post! Ah! Vladden comes close to tying the game. Now Lawton tips it in. Leafs going after it. Now it's sent back to center. Good stick there by Carlo to stop Verhaeghe from getting on that puck. Now here's Benoit, who's had a couple of... That one's been up and into the offensive zone quite a bit in this period, or well, in this game here, I should say. Someone tipped down. Will play it to Benny. Lead pass. Can't be handled by Robertson, and now it's an icing call against the Panthers. Here's Nylander's shot. Oh, off the crossbar. And then Kampf gets it to Lawton, and that one off the post on the far side. So, hey, you know what? Honestly, so far, Kampf, he's looked pretty good. He's had two really good passes, honestly. They didn't have a face-off in the Panthers zone in the first period at all? What the fuck? Jesus, man. I guess I never really was paying too much attention to that. I was talking during the first 10 minutes. Now Nylander trying to work his way around Kulikov, sent in front. Oh, just hops over the stick of Pacioretty. Now Verhaeghe trying to come the other way. Across. There's a shot by Lindell. Wool, I think, gets a bit of it to put it wide. Now Tavares back for Nylander. His shot stopped. Rebound. Bounces just wide. Tavares on it here in the corner. His pass blocked by Forsling. McMahon trying to forecheck to get the puck away, and now it's flipped out. I have spent most of my last couple days being busy with my NHL alternate timeline project. That's good. Good to keep busy. Ooh, puck bounces off the stanchions onto Woll. It has to force him to hold on. Damn. Throughout his career, Bobrovsky 28-24 through his first one through games 1 through 4. 5-7. He's 12-4. He's much better in the final games, except for the shutouts. He has 5 shutouts in games 1 through 4, 0 in 5 through 7. You got so much of that done. You're up to Gretzky's second season with the Kings. Nice. That's cool. Very, very, very good to keep busy. Kings wearing a pennant with the same crown from the profile picture. Yeah, it's a nice crown. I like it. Hate to be gloom and doom, but ugh. Yeah. 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 That's one by the Panthers. Here's a shot off the draw, off the boards, and down low. Barkov knocked down. Tanev with it here. Barkov will take it away, and Matthews with some good defense. Allows the Leafs to grab a hold of it. McCabe turns it over, though. This is good forecheck by the Panthers. Leafs need to be careful here. Now it's played back to the point. Here's Ekblad faking a shot. Now takes it. And Woll didn't know where it was and didn't get to him. Barkov on the rebound. He sends it across. Reinhardt shot. Goes way wide. That ricochets back to the line. Held in. Now Barkov trying to pin it up against the boards here as his line mates are changing. Verhaeghe with a lot of speed in. Tries to throw a check. Now it's Bennett in the corner. Coming out high. Bennett sends it down to the corner. Forsling with it. And that shot, easy save by Woll as he'll glove it down. And give the Leafs some much needed relieving of pressure. Leafs just not able to handle the Panthers' forecheck here on this shift. Their first line just hemmed in. And it's been their first line's been good against the Barkov line, but that was all the Barkov line. And that puck they'll redo. It's Bennett versus Campfier, so fourth line out there for the Leafs. And now Panthers will win the draw. Here's Tkachuk with the shot, stopped on goal, and hey, well, look where Bennett is, right in front, and causing a little bit of havoc in front of Woll. Like Jimmy Numbers problems on abroad tonight. Bennett gets waived here. So it's Lawton to take the draw, and it's maybe one reason why you want Kampf in for Yarncroke is Panthers win that draw. Here's Tkachuk in front. There's a shot by Verhaeghe blocked. Comes to the line, but not out. It's kept in. Come on, guys. You got to get it out here. Now they do. Lawton with it. He has some speed. It's a 2-on-2. He brings it in over the line, but they say that's offside. And now Lawton, he gets pushed down by Bennett after the whistle. And I'm going to assume that nothing's going to come out of that. Lawton, I don't know how they... So they deem that offside as Verhaeghe kind of poke checks. And then it's Bennett gives a shove, which kind of shoves him into Jones. And Jones gives a shove back to Lawton, which then Bennett shoves Lawton down. But yeah, as I was saying, maybe you want Kampf in there to take draws. You know, Yarncroke, he's more of a winger than really a center. But with Kampf out there, you get another center on the ice. But the Leafs have usually been pretty good on the draw for the most part this series, and this year in general, they've kind of won most of their draws, so they're a good face-off team. But Panthers will win that one again. There's Pacioretty. His backhand intercepted by Marchand, who had trouble with that one as it was bouncing. Now it's played out. Nylander trying to force a mistake on Forsling, but he'll just send it around to the near side. Pacioretty cutting it off. Gives it to Tavares. Tavares works his way around Forsling, trying to send it in front, blocked by Marchand. Now it's behind the net. Pacioretty sends it around to the near side, just kept in by OEL. Now down low. Nylander sends it to the point. Here's a shot! And Bobrovsky will make the save as the Leafs tried to get some eyes in front of Bobrovsky. They were a little bit too late. So yeah, as Nylander gets it across, he gets it to Riley, who will quickly send it to OEL, but Tavares and Patches are still trying to work their way to the front. They just can't quite get there. OEL has to take the shot so he's not contested. But, yeah, no one in front of Bobrovsky. He's going to stop that 9 times out of 10. Honestly, 9.9 times out of 10. He's going to stop that most of the time. Reinhart, he gets waived, so Barkov versus Matthews here. Matthews wins it back. Here's Tanev with it. He'll play it down low for Matthews. Matthews behind the net, swinging out front, and it just came off of his stick as he was looking for Marner. Puck played out, and McCabe and Tanev trying to get the Leafs back set up. That's one's tipped in by Matthew Nyes. Matthews trying to go after it here on Jones. Nyes trying to check in as well. Now Nyes comes up with the puck. He'll play it back to the point. Across. McCabe fakes the shot. Now takes it. And that's gloved by Bobrovsky. So, decent shift there by the Leafs first line. Yeah, that one just rolls off the stick of Matthews as he was trying to wrap it in front. And Nyes does a good job getting the puck free. But yeah, once again, good job by Jones to force Matthews out. 2009, Canucks had a minor league affiliate with the Manitoba Moose and Victoria Salmon Kings. Puck comes near side and Greer able to get checked, but he'll still play it in. Riley dodging a check there, but puck comes in front and Wool jumps on that, holds on. And a couple of pushes and shoves after the whistle. Greer, oh man, yeah, that must have really hurt. Hey, Greer? OEL's getting a bit of talking to. Then got a little bit of a push in Greer's face. Let's see. A little bit of a punch there. Yeah, whatever. No penalty by OEL. It's the playoffs. Sure, that was a little bit of, I didn't feel comfortable for Greer, but also a little bit of trying to draw a penalty as well. Sure, it's both. But also that's bias by me for sure. 100%. I'm sure if that was like Lawton, I'd been like, come on, he got punched in the face. How's that not a penalty? That's my guy, so whatever. Ooh, knocked down. Verhage almost jumps on it. Now he works his way. He's on the puck. Sends it in front. Tipped away by tipped away from Bennett, I should say. Now point shot. Blast scores! It was tipped up high. I think that was tipped by a Leaf player. So it's a pass across. Yep, it goes off Lawton's stick. Lawton trying to make the block. He slows it down. And it's enough of a deflection that just gets past Woll. First goal by Kulikov in the playoffs since 2016. Classic. Not stopped by Woll. Dude, Woll is the only guy. Forsling shot. Missed the net. Trying to wrap around his Lundell, and he couldn't get it away. Now, Nylander with a little bit of a chance. Trying to work his way around Forsling. Nylander backhand! Stopped by Bobrovsky. He didn't get much of an opportunity there. Forsling did a good job staying with him. He just has to get a one-hand backhand away. Maybe next year's our year. Yeah, I don't know, man. Yeah, me too. Mitch Marner to the Blackhawks. Well, he won't have to play in the playoffs, so he'll be a pretty good player for you. Marner's a Blue Jacket. Yeah, I mean, either way, he's not staying with the Leafs. I don't think he was staying with the Leafs anyways. Game's not over. I'm talking like the game is over. The game is not over. Yes, they're down by 2. There's plenty of time left. Game's not done. Game's not done, series not done. Even if they lose the game, series is not done. I'm not going to talk about any shit. I think it's time to wear the game used jerseys. Yarncro's not even playing. There's no point. Yarncro's not even playing today. There's no point. This was my luck jersey. The Leafs have won 2 games while I've worn this jersey. That's why I wore it today. So I'm sticking with it. Leafs can still come back. I ain't doing none of this post-mortem shit right now. Alright, no. Absolutely not. Game's not done, series is not done. It's not over till it's over. Not trade Matthews, keep Lorenz, keep Willa, keep still Larson. Well, I'm holding on. I'm holding off and talking about any of that shit. It's not over till it's over. There's over half the game left here. The Leafs are down by 2. There's over half the game left. Why is my clock not working anymore? What the hell is going on, bro? There we go. The one we've seen this movie 10 times. I don't care. All right, I'm done with. It doesn't matter whether we've seen this movie 10 times or not, because if we have, we're just going to talk about the same shit. And I don't want to talk about, we have to trade this guy. The core 4 can't get it done every single time. I'll talk about that. Matthews coming in front. 2 stops by Bobrovsky. I'm done. I don't want to talk about that for 1.5 games. All right. It's annoying. I already don't want to talk about that. if the Leafs do end up losing the series. It's going to be fucking annoying anyways. So I'm going to hold off on doing the post-mortem until this shit is done for real. Because it's annoying to talk about. We've talked about it a million times, and yes, we've seen the same movie a million times. So yes, why am I trying to be positive? Because it's annoying. That's why. It's annoying. I hate being negative all the time about this team. I hate being, like, just, for the last 48 hours, all I've seen is just talk about this and that I just don't want to regurgitate over and over again. We got half an hour left in this game. Bennett gets poke checked. I'll talk about it when the series is done, because it's important to talk about. But until then, well, I'll talk about it if the Leafs lose the series. But until then, no. Damn, that pass just missed Nylander. Yeah, completely. Yeah, it's just like, if this was the first time the Leafs have been doing this, or if it was if this was the third time the Leafs were, I'm gonna be like, look, to be honest, I don't know. It's just, we've done the same shit for like 9 years in a row. I'm just annoyed talking about it. Bobrovsky does a good job there, coming out to the top of his crease, stops Matthews from getting a lot of spots to shoot at. Cuts off the angle pretty well. Would you like the Blackhawks to send Marchand to keep him out of the Maple Leafs matchup? No. I'd like Marchand to retire. That's what I would like. Let's get him out of the fucking league. Honestly. If he is signing elsewhere, sign with the Golden Knights. Even though that would piss me off too. Well, it would piss off a lot of people, actually. I don't really care that much about the Golden Knights, but it would at least be out of the conference. I don't want him to be in the same conference. Leafs can't get it out. There's this blocker stop by Joseph Woll. I'm a bitter old man. I mean, I think that's why. Tavares in, his shot stopped, and Bobrovsky has to pounce on that one. But I feel like the reason that I don't want to talk about it is because I don't know, a bitter old man. I'm just like done talking about it. It's been the same conversation year after year after year after year. And realistically, like, I know like the Leafs have had a couple of bad games in these playoffs. They had a bad game last game, for sure. They haven't been great so far this game. But, like, realistically, this is, like, the Leafs have done well this playoffs. Even though they, like, I'm not saying, like, I don't want to give them a pass, but, like, I don't know. It's just, I think I'm just tired talking about it. Here's Marner's shot, and Bobrovsky gets a piece of that one. Nice. Trying to swing it down low, stopped by Reinhart as he carries it up. I just don't get how a team as talented as this falls apart in the playoffs. Well, here's a 3-on-2. Panthers coming in. Pass across and they score. It's Boakfist. Well. That's a bad turnover. Marner, backhand pass just to no one. And that's a 3-on-1 the other way. Riley was cheating up. And Boakfist, it's a good pass to the far side for Boakfist and just gets it past the pad of Joseph Wool. Oh, Marner. Oh, Marner. And there's Domi talking to Kachuk off the draw. Obviously, Kachuk doesn't give a shit about any of that. So Boakfist comes into the lineup for Rodriguez, who's injured, and gets a goal. Wow, and they call a slashing call on Domi. Oh, Domi. Oh, Marner. Oh, guys. Sure. Whatever. Whatever. You know, I've been asked what I feel about Domi. Like I said, Domi has some moments where he's very clutch, but most of the time he's either not doing a whole lot, or he's doing shit like that, where he stakes stupid penalties. And that's a stupid penalty. It's a really bad penalty. Stick around and listen to your stream. I'm playing Fortnite. Honestly, probably for the best. If I wasn't streaming this game, I would very much consider turning it off right now. For sure. Now we have to score 3 on Bobrovsky just to force overtime. Yep. But the Leafs have scored 3 on Bobrovsky before in this series. Problem is, Bobrovsky has gotten better and better as the series has gone on. But maybe they still score 3. Yeah, it's not great. Hey. So you know how, like, probably what was it, like 5 minutes ago when I was saying half the game's not even over yet, we still got plenty of time, and I was trying to be positive. Yeah. That's it's fading away a little bit. It's fading away a little bit, I'm gonna be honest. Like, what is that slash, man? Look, the one thing that I will say about this is that this is the Panthers. I feel like this is a lot stronger of a team. Like, this is a stronger team than the Bruins were last year. This is a stronger team than the Panthers were in 2023. Like, this is not an easy team for the Leafs. That one passed across, good stick by Tanev. Like, I was listening to a stat there. First time in Panthers history that 2 defensemen have scored back to back to open the scoring for the Panthers. But yeah, like this is a good Panthers team. This is a very good Panthers team. You do have to keep that in mind. That being said, the Leafs have not been good this game, and that comes across to Marchand tries to send it in front, blocked by Matthews. That was close. And fans to spend over 10K to go see this garbage. Yeah. I mean, yeah. It's all right. They'll kill off this 15 seconds left in the power play. They'll score a goal, and they'll get right back in it. Right, guys? Right? So penalty is killed off. Only one shot on that power play for the Panthers, and an icing call. I'm just trying to stay positive because I'm just tired of being negative. I'm just tired of being negative in general, like in in so much other aspects of life. There's so much negativity. It's just kind of annoying. So I'm trying to be positive. It is difficult when they're down 3-0 for sure. It's not easy. Tavares out there right now with Nice and Nylander as it's a mixed lineup off of a penalty kill. That one is played out. OEL sends it back in, but Nice couldn't touch that as they were still offside, which will allow the Panthers to change a decent amount of players. Tipped back in, down on Bobrovsky, and Nyes on the forecheck stops Bobrovsky from making a play. Maybe I can go see Game 6 wear Leafs jersey stuff for you at the game. Bet if I can find super cheap tickets. Oh, geez, yeah, the 5-0 was there for a second. Only 2 hours away from sunrise. Yeah, I mean, it's if you want to see a game in the playoffs. If we come back and win this game, I'll be the happiest man alive. Yeah, it would be pretty nice. Toronto needs to get rid of the core players. What a joke watching this garbage year after year. They're not playoff teams. Simple when the pressure's high, they're a bunch of pathetic losers. I mean, yeah, I guess. I mean, Marner's gone this year. We've known that all year long. Leafs just probably don't have the chance to re-sign him. Marner with the puck now. He tries to send it in deep. It's cut off by Nosek. He goes off the boards, and big check by Pacioretty. He knocks down Boakfist. Marner can't get it to Matthews, and that will get cleared. Get rid of all of them. Keep Nylander, please. Yeah, I mean... Oh, that one comes back in front, and bouncing puck gets past Tavares. Tavares sending it across to Nylander. His slap shot to Nice, tipped just wide. Big hit by McCabe. Leafs trying to get something going here after the penalty kill. Now Mikola's on it first. He gets tied up by Nylander, so a forward and a defenseman, but kind of on the opposite side of the ice. Turned over, and that comes to Mikula, scores. Wow. Really? Oh, guys. You gotta be fucking kidding me. Oh. That is funny. Tanev trying to get it across. He turns it over. That's a good pass, and that's one that you like Wool to make a save on. That is not the best goal from Joseph Wool after he's been pretty solid this game, even after giving up 3. He's been pretty solid for the most part. That's a bad goal. And now, yeah, the Leafs are the Leaf fans booing their team. I'm sure people are gonna complain about that, but like, fuck, what do you want, man? Like, what do you want? You're on home ice, and you're getting outscored 4-0 through a period and a half. Well, just over a period and a half. Feel bad for Tanev. Tanev's been pretty good. I mean, he turned the puck over there, but... Ooh, I thought that was maybe offside. Laurent's trying to send it across. Christ, what is going on? Just tuned in. Yeah, it's not been fantastic. Rat Boys go Oilers. I'm gonna be honest. I have a hard time cheering for the Oilers. I have a hard time cheering for any Canadian team. Honestly, if the Leafs lose the series, which it's looking like that might be the case, yeah, I don't want any Canadian team. If the Leafs lose the series, I am hardcore all in on Dallas as the only fucking team. All right, go game 6, kick their butts and force a game 7. That would be classic Leafs if they force a game 7. That would be classic Leafs. Panthers don't even have to sweat. So easy for them. More of the serious stretches, it's easier for Florida. Yeah, the Panthers have gotten better. I do think that the Panthers maybe underestimated Leafs a little bit at the start of the series, for sure. Trying to think Blackhawks have a 35% chance of reuniting with Kaner. Yeah, you think so? Panthers are tough, but this is unacceptable. Yeah, for sure. For sure. Like, this is not, like I said, this is not an easy team for the Leafs to play. The Panthers are a very good team, but the past 2 games have been really fucking bad. If the Leafs played the last game and this game like they did in game 3, even though they lost game 3, it's a little bit more acceptable, but their forecheck, it's been difficult. It's not been, like the Panthers, or the Leafs had a hard time last game getting even into the Panther zone. They had a very difficult time. And I think something that they did very well in the first couple of games was get into the eyes of Bobrovsky. They haven't quite done so in the past 2 games either. Honestly, it's hard not to stab the Leafs in the back. Just decide support different team. How can you keep watching this year after year? Even as a Leaf fan, how you can support these craps? I mean, I'm committed. Literally, there's very little the Leafs could do to make me stop cheering for them. So I've committed at this point. Like, doesn't matter. Fucking, they could, outside of like legitimately terrible things that the team does, I'll probably still support them, even if they're fucking ass, even if they play like shit. I don't care, whatever. I'll still support them. Like, it's just, I've committed. I've invested too much time into this team. I can't not continue cheering for them. Like, it's done at this point now. But like, you know, outside of just playing like ass on the ice, that's just how I'm gonna be. I'm still mad to Dallas to lead my abs, but I do like their players. Yeah, I would be a little conflicted if I were you, for sure. Marchand OT game-winning goal. Yeah, put the dagger in the Leafs back. Yeah, maybe. We only beat Tampa once, and so we're probably like we won the Stanley Cup. We beat Ottawa and OL. Haven't even managed to beat one single elite team apart from Tampa once. Well, I mean, people celebrate it because, like, look, I'm not going to, like, it's different with how the team reacts to how the fans react. Of course, the fans are going to celebrate hard after a series win. First of all, fans do that anyways, right? Like, all the time. And especially for fans who haven't seen a series win in 19 years, obviously we're going to celebrate super hard. We haven't seen the team win a series in 19 years. Of course we're going to fucking lose our goddamn minds. It's different how the team reacts, and the team, of course, did not play very well against the Panthers in the 2023 playoffs. They got fucking demolished by them. But that one will be an icing call. But they did they did beat a very good team in Tampa in 2023. They beat an Ottawa team that they should have beat this year, last series. That one, yeah, they should have beat them. Which, to be fair, wasn't always a guarantee. The Leafs have lost to teams that they should have beat in previous years, Columbus and Montreal. Tampa, why can't you beat Florida? Yeah, I mean, honestly, it would have been better if just Tampa like played a little bit better against Florida, just at all. I'd rather see all core gone. I'm committed to, but please rather see them going out of the playoffs without the core and with these losers who blow it every year. I mean, yeah, like I said, I don't want to do a eulogy right now. I know that this game looks like it's fucking done because it probably is. Realistically, let's be honest. This game's over. Does that mean the series over? Most likely. Most likely. They still obviously have a chance, but most likely. God, just please don't fucking lose 4 games in a row. Honestly, I hate that I'm wanting a game 7, but it's gonna be so annoying if they lose in 7 games. Or if they lose in 6 games. But like, I'm sure for the least for the songs dedicated no matter what. How embarrassing. Yeah, me too. I'm dedicated. I've committed at this point. It doesn't fucking matter. It is what is not even funny anymore. At least course up to that. Only Nylander, proper league player who shows up. Yeah, I mean Nylander is. The Leafs could lose 2 of their core 4 this at the end of this year. Marner's gone probably no matter what. Tavares to be determined. Rahegi shot blocked. Someone check on Biz. He flew home as a good luck to watch in Ontario. Yeah, that's tough. That's tough. Really? They call that icing? Okay, whatever. Doesn't matter. Austin Matthews and Mill Clarton in the series. I mean, look. I don't want to talk about it because it's all anyone talked about. Yes, Matthews is not scoring. He's been good defensively for the most part. He's won his draws. Yes, he's not scoring. That is a huge part of his game. That's what we're paying him for. Yes, I understand. He is injured. Is that an excuse? No, everybody else is injured. Everyone's always injured during the playoffs. But also, Matthews has legitimately just not been the same Matthews this entire year. He has not, like, the Matthews that we're used to has not been here this entire year. He has not had the same shot as we're used to. Does it suck? Does it blow? Yes. Is that an excuse? I don't know. You can, like, in my opinion, yeah, it is kind of. Like, is it a good excuse? That's up to you to decide. Because yes, everyone else is hurt, but Matthews with a tip on goal and stop by Bobrovsky as we're talking about him. I like Matthews, but wasn't sure what his deal is. I mean, like, legitimately, we were told after he came back from Germany that he had an injury that he couldn't heal during the season, that we would have to wait for the off season, and that he just had to play through it. Like, it's been known for all of this season. Honestly, Shanahan should have been fired like 6 years ago. Yeah, Shanahan's gone for sure. 100%. No question. How can Toronto always start a series well, but after 2 or 3 games they just stop playing? Can't understand that. I mean, they don't always start a series well. But, yes, their last couple of games they do usually struggle. And most of the time, like, whether that is confidence issues or what, who knows? Probably is, a little bit for sure. Hope Marner's gone. He's definitely gone for sure. It's not a question. Marner's gone. He's been gone for a while. Tavares, depending. It's up to the Leafs to decide whether they want to continue it. Honestly, like, I like Tavares for most of this year. I don't think he's been particularly bad in these playoffs either, but yeah, you do kind of have to decide whether you just want to keep running it back anyways. The problem is if they do lose Tavares, you have to find a second line center. So you have to figure that out. And if you don't want Matthews either, then you have to find a first line and a second line center, which is pretty difficult. Like, then you're fucking rehauling your entire team. That's not super easy to do. I want to get Taco Bell. Yeah, it's not been great, Scott. Not been great. This would be a terrible way for Marner to end his Leafs career, but don't worry. This is on the team in the playoffs. He won a Conn Smythe. Wouldn't be surprised. Would not be surprised. I don't even think I'm negative. It's just a joke watching this. Haven't they realized the core doesn't work, and if they keep doing the same crap, yeah, well, they do keep running it back. But like I said, like, it is difficult to talk about anything But I, I keep saying I don't want to do a eulogy on this team because we do the same shit every year. Every single year, it's like, oh, Matthews hasn't done enough, Marner hasn't done enough, Nylander's the only one that shows up. They have to get rid of the core four. This year is going to be the year they're going to do something. They're going to rid of the core four this year. 100%. It's going to happen. And then they don't. They run it back. And then they do well in the regular season. And then we go, okay, this is the year they're going to show up in the playoffs. And then they don't again. And then we just repeat the same thing over and over and over again. It's been the same way for the past 9 years. And so I don't want to redo that eulogy. I'm trying not to, but it's very difficult reading all the comments. Ottawa Senators with Foligno, Celebrini. I don't think the Sharks are getting rid of Celebrini. Marner signing to the Senators would be something. Kane also signing to the Senators would be something. I don't think that's going to happen. If the Leafs put a shoulder patch on their jersey, what would we like to see? I would like the TML, honestly. I would like the TML. I love the TML. TML is great. At least we got to have some fun this year, win one round. Yeah, that's true. Marner's going to pull a Tavares. I mean, we've known Marner's leaving. Like, that's not really much. Imagine being up 2-0 to blow all the next 4 games. We got to rehaul the entire team anyways. The core. Yeah. I mean, look, here's the thing. I wouldn't have said the Leafs were blowing the series until this game. You win 2 at home. You lose 2 on the road. You don't blow a series until you win or until you lose at home. And they've kind of gotten dominated in this game. So this is where they truly lose the series. Is this game right here. I thought they were like, doesn't matter how they play on the road. You know, if we take a look as the clock drains down in the second and the Leafs fans are booing once again. But, you know, losing game 3 and 4, it sucks. You want to win those games on the road, but, you know, that's manageable. You can deal with that. Losing at home, that's where it gets a little bit more difficult, for sure. Sorry, I know I'm so far behind on these comments. I'm trying to get to all of them. I apologize. Matthews and Nylander aren't going anywhere, in my opinion. I would agree with that. I like the toughness of Matthew Knies. That dude's a unit. Yeah, Knies is a guy that you keep, for sure. During the intermission, you should make a roster on Puckpedia what the Leafs should do this offseason if we lose the series, which looks likely. I'm not, like I said, I don't want to do a eulogy, so I'm not going to do that this game. We'll see. We'll see. Maybe I'll do that next game. I'm not going to do that this game. Imagine being stoked to think this is going to be the year, or imagine trying to be an optimist. So difficult. I'm a Leafs fan too. Yeah, it's definitely difficult being an optimist, or at least trying to be an optimist. And I'm not even. It's funny because I wouldn't even really classify myself as an optimist. Like, I really wouldn't. I'm not very much of an optimistic person, but I think it's just because everyone else is being so pessimistic here and so down on this team that it's like, at least right now, currently, in the moment that I'm in right now with this game, I want to at least hold on to my pessimism and trying to just tear down this team. Because you'll see it elsewhere, right? You don't need me to say the exact same thing that a million other people are going to say, that Steve Dangle's going to say. You're going to see that elsewhere. So, like, there's no point in me saying the same thing that you're going to see elsewhere. So I'm trying to just bring a little bit of levity to the situation. That's at least my hope. Now, when we lose either Game 6 or Game 7, whatever it is, sure, that'll be a lot more harsh on the team. But right now, I'm just gonna try and be as positive as I can. I want to see Domi summon his inner Father Goon spirit and attack Kachuk. Yeah, well, I mean, he already took a really shit penalty, so. Can you win for my wife's birthday today? Lame, that sucks. Yeah, that's too bad. What does this team have to do to win and go all the way to the Cup final? What are they going to do to... what piece have they got to get, or what do they have to do? Look, it's so easy just to be like, oh, they have to do this, and then they'll be in the Cup final. It's not that easy. Like, it's very difficult to just be like, we have to change this one piece and then we'll be good. We'll be good forever. Doesn't quite work like that. The Leafs have made some improvements this year, for sure. You know, the Leafs goaltending is way better than it used to be. 100%. Stolarz went down off of a really, really dirty play by Sam Bennett, and Sam Bennett, you know, maybe should have been suspended, and that maybe turned the tide of the series a little bit, even though that was in game 1. But, you know, whatever. Goaltending is way better. Defense is a lot better. It is. Like, if you look at their D-core from 2 seasons ago to now, it is a much better defensive core. And they've signed it for a couple of years, so that's what their D-core is going to be. It's, unfortunately, like I said, I don't want to keep... it is a lot of the core fours. Like, the core four is a huge issue because they just spend so much on it that it limits their ability to surround the core four with other guys, with depth players. Their depth scoring, you know, it hasn't quite been there. Their defensive scoring's been good, but, like, if you look in the bottom 6, McMahon hasn't gotten anything. Domi does have, is it a goal and 2 assists? They've been big goals when they've needed it, but, you know, it hasn't been, like, outside of those, you know, a goal and 2 assists. He hasn't really brought much to the table. He's taken some pretty bad penalties. Robertson, I don't think he's gotten a goal in the 2 games that he's been in. Holmberg didn't get anything. Yarncroke hasn't gotten anything. Lorentz and Lawton haven't gotten anything really. Even though that fourth line's been good, I would say throughout, you know, most of these playoffs, it hasn't really done a whole lot. So, like, it's the same story as always. It's if that core 4 isn't scoring, it's really difficult. It's really difficult. Sorry, 1 second. Leafs getting the coal mining belt to the ass. They got in the 1980s from my dad. Jesus Christ. 4 games in a row. Gotta love it. Yeah, I hope it's not 4 games in a row. I really don't. I really did not want them to lose the series. God, it's just the 14 Panthers fans are going to be so annoying on Twitter. But yeah, whatever. It's going to be what it's going to be. I've been one of the biggest Mitch Marner defenders, but it's just like time at this point. Nothing's working. Yeah, and look, like sometimes you just got to change it. Like whether it would have been really nice if Marner did accept that trade and we got Rantanen. It would have been really cool. It would have been really, really nice. It really would have. But we didn't. Remember when Florida blew to Tampa 4-0 and they changed their core, got rid of Huberdeau and locked them down? Now they're not afraid to make big changes. Can't even be mad at Florida. Hope they wipe the floor with us. We deserve it. I mean, yeah, sometimes you do just have to make big changes, and the Leafs have been afraid to do that over the past 8 years. They've been afraid to make big changes, even with evidence that maybe they should. Obviously, the one that everybody points to is the series against Montreal. That was such a huge loss that I think most teams would look at that core and go, okay, it's been since 2017 that we've had chances with this team, and we have a massive, embarrassing loss against our biggest rival, or at least one of our biggest rivals in the Montreal Canadiens, and they don't do that much. So it's shocking that that wasn't the turning point, and we're still here 4 years later. I don't watch Dangle's loss videos. I refuse to live with the disappointment twice. Yeah, sometimes they're a little bit cathartic. Sometimes they're a little bit not great. I did avoid the last video. I did not watch the last video because I was like, I'm good. I don't need to watch that one. This one, we'll see. Watching Dangle lose is cool. It's fun. Yeah, I mean, hey, if you're not a Leafs fan, it's probably fucking awesome to watch Dangle. I remember there's still a game after this, but it looks not looking promising. Yeah, it's not. All Florida did was pressure the Leafs. That's it. We're still a great regular team mentally. I mean, I think a lot of it is the Panthers waking up too. Once again, like I said, the Panthers are a very good team. You can't discredit the Panthers and say, like, this isn't the Leafs losing to Montreal. This isn't the Leafs losing to Columbus. This isn't the Leafs losing to Boston last year. This is a very, very good Panthers team. The Leafs still just aren't there, though. Like, I don't remember if I said this at some point, but during last series, like, you just look at the Leafs play against Ottawa, and you look at the Panthers play, against Tampa. And there is a difference. The Panthers are just on another level than the Leafs. The Leafs just aren't at that level. And they never really have been. They've always been a very good team, and the Atlantic Division is full of really good teams. This year, I would say it's not quite filled with as many good teams. You know, Tampa fell off a little bit. Boston fell off really hard. Yeah, Ottawa and Detroit kind of made up a little bit of that, but like still not quite there. They weren't at the level that Boston was a couple of years ago. So, like, the Leafs have always been in a division with some really good teams, some pretty difficult opponents for the most part when they have played Boston in previous years other than 2023 and in previous years where they faced Tampa. But they were never at that next level. They were always a good team, but they were never, they haven't been that great team yet. They've never quite been there. At least in my opinion. And I think a lot of people's opinions as well. At this point, I only feel comfortable talking to the Leafs fans like you because everyone else is just going to hate on me and I can't take it. Yeah, there's going to be a lot of just really annoying discussion over the past couple of days, or in the next couple of days for sure. Yeah, dude, I'd pick a new team. Leafs, honestly, Leafs will never win, honestly. I've committed. It doesn't matter. I'm committed. I think I'll be cheering for Edmonton or Dallas. I can't cheer for Edmonton. I can't cheer for another Canadian team. Just how many, like, another Canadian team breaking Canada's year-long curse, they would just be so annoying. And it's their right. They should be very annoying. If the Leafs broke the Canadian Cup drought, I would be insufferable. 100% for sure. And if another team does it, it's their right. I don't want another Canadian team to do it. The only other Canadian team that I want to win the Stanley Cup is the Flames. That's the only other Canadian team. Maybe Vancouver, but elsewise, like, no, that's it. Every other Canadian team is so far down my list of who I want to win the Stanley Cup. Like, my least favorite, 100% Boston. Florida's going to be right there next after that. Then it's like the Canadiens, the Senators, Winnipeg's down there, Edmonton's down there, and then, yeah, like, it's not great. Austin Matthews, future LA King. We'll see. Kyle Dubas was going to trade Marner. I just feel like he was. Oh, I 100% agree. I think he was going to trade Marner for sure. It felt like it, and they fired him. Which, I mean, you can agree with the firing of Dubas. I think that's fair. But, yeah, it's the fact that he was going to trade Marner, and then or at least it seemed like it, and then he fired Dubas, brought in Tree Living, and Tree Living just didn't have enough time to really make a great decision on it. Yeah, that's difficult. It's tough. Honestly, though, how many more years until Matthews wants out? Leafs are cursed, actually. Yeah, I mean, he's got, what, like 4 years left on this deal? Let's see. Puckpedia Matthews. Oh, wait, no, he signed... What the fuck? I guess he only signed a... Am I high? Is he only signed until 2020... Okay, he signed until 2028. I guess it was last year that he signed it. Okay, and it was only a 4-year deal. So, yeah, 2027, 2028 is his last year. So, I mean, I guess we'll see. Berube has done a good job so far, but I still think the ways to go. We could fold like a deck of cards. Yeah, Berube, I think sticking with Berube is a good idea, for sure. I think he's been a good coach. He's definitely been a lot stronger of a coach than we've had in years past, so sticking with Berube is good. Still going to be cheering for them to win Game 6. Yeah, me too, obviously. Putting a Stanley Cup Finals patch on a Whalers jersey when Carolina makes the Cup Finals. Yeah, we'll see. We'll see. Not Vancouver. I hate their fans. Their fans can be kind of annoying, but I think a lot of my reason why I would not mind Vancouver is because I do like some of their players. I like Quinn Hughes. I even like Pettersson. I know, obviously, that's a point of contention with some Vancouver fans, but I like Pettersson. I mean, I like Besser. Besser's probably gone though, right? They're a very fun team to pay attention to, with all of all of the talk with God, what's his name right now? I'm blanking on his fucking name, but is it Jim Rutherford? Hold on. Jim Rutherford, that's what it is. Jim Rutherford's comments over the past couple of weeks have been extremely entertaining. Extremely. And my boss is a Canucks fan, so, kind of have to root a little bit for them. But, for me, it's like, for me, the people that I want to win the Stanley Cup the most, Leafs, obviously, number 1. 2 is the Flames. And then it's like a huge drop-off with other teams. Canucks are probably somewhere around maybe like 7th, 8th. And maybe like even lower than that. So it's not like I really want them to win, but they're higher up than the other Canadian teams, because the other Canadian teams are in like the bottom 27, 25. Like they're very far down. I mean, I guess I could make a list of like the teams that I would want to win the Stanley Cup the most. That would be interesting. Maybe I'll do that at some point. It's gonna be a Panthers Oilers Cup rematch. God, I hope not. God, I hope not. God, I hope not, bro. Please don't do that to me. Please do not do that to me. I do not want that at all. I would not be happy with that. Oh, god damn it. That would be so fucking awful for me. Canucks Roberto Luongo is the reason I became a hockey fan. Can't hate them. Yeah, I loved Luongo. Luongo was like definitely one of my favorite goalies growing up. I just remember something in 2019, the second round. Blues were down 3-2 to the Stars, and they came back and won 7. Berube effect. We can hope. We can hope. In Berube, we trust. Just got home from picking. My wife saw the score. That's not good. Yeah, it's not fantastic. Not fantastic. Please know that won't be good. Don't want to win in back-to-back finals. Yeah. Definitely don't want the same teams in back-to-back finals at all. Don't want the Panthers to win back-to-back at all either. That would suck. It would suck a lot, actually. My ideal, let's say the Leafs lose this series. My ideal is the Stars and I guess the Hurricanes. Maybe the Capitals. I don't really, honestly, with the Capitals-Canes series, I don't care about that series at all. That could go either way. I really don't care. Whoever wins that, though, if they face the Panthers, I would obviously want whoever comes out of that series to win against the Panthers. But otherwise, yeah. Dallas and Winnipeg, Dallas for sure. And then Knights and Oilers, I want the Knights. And then I would prefer Dallas over the Knights, but honestly, I don't hate the Golden Knights as much as everyone else seems to. I definitely understand why, but I think I just kind of have I kind of like the Knights a little bit just because they were kind of the reason that I started collecting jerseys. They were kind of like the main reason. Because I wanted to buy a jersey because I hadn't bought a jersey in a long time. Like this is before I started collecting. It was like 2018. My last Leafs jersey was like a really, really old one. So I was like, I want a new jersey. And I was looking for one, and there was a sale on the NHL store. It was like buy one, get one 50% off, I think, or something like that. And so that's when I was like, well, the Vegas Golden Knights jerseys are pretty slick. So I bought a Golden Knights jersey, and then I started kind of getting into looking at more jerseys, and that's how I started collecting jerseys. So I have a little bit of a soft spot for Vegas. You don't want Edmonton to win the cup, but the fact that Sam Bowman is the GM makes me not like them even more. Yeah, 100%, for sure. Definitely don't want them to win. The NHL wants to continue their climb to popularity. They got to put the cup in the hands of McDavid, biggest star. Since I'm so convinced pro sports are not 100% legit, I see it. I don't know. I mean, the thing for me is I feel like you can make a very, like, maybe they're not 100% legit. Obviously, there's some bias in the higher levels of people. There's definitely, you know, teams that they favor more than others. There's definitely teams that the refs favor more than others. Like, I'm not denying that. But I do also think that, like, it's not exactly rigged. I don't, at least in my opinion, I don't think that it's exactly rigged. Because, like, if they did rig it, honestly, they would be stupid not to make the Leafs win the Cup at least once in the past 50 years. They're not going to make the Leafs win every single time, but just think of how much money they would win if the Leafs had won the Cup at some point. I think that, like, it would be ridiculous. It really, really would. Quinn, Jack, and Luke Hughes, brothers, future Rangers. I don't think they're all going to go to the Rangers. If anything, Quinn would become a Devil. I think when I get home, I'm going to send off a couple jerseys for customization. You should? I should. I should definitely send off a couple, for sure. I have 2 Adidas blanks that need to be stitched up. Who do you plan on getting? So 4th line out here for the Leafs. That puck is deflected in to the netting. Leafs will make them money no matter what. Try to avoid looking like a favor. Yes, they will definitely make money no matter what with the Leafs. But, like, so if you think about it, like they would make so much more money, though, with the Leafs. Even if Nice knocks down a puck, he comes in, trying to make a move, and that's a good save. Rebound, stopped, and that will be a hooking call on the Panthers. Leafs will get an early power play here. That's a good play by Nyes. He knocks the puck down and then forces his way to the front on Mikkola, who takes the hook and call. But, like, if you're thinking about it, like, the Leafs versus Columbus in that round robin, or the Leafs versus Tampa, like, they would make so much more money even if they just, not even if they win the Cup, if they just won a couple of rounds, they would make so much more money with those teams. And, like, yeah, they would make, like, the Leafs make the money anyways, but, like, just comparatively to, like, having other teams go further, like, you would at least have them go farther in the playoffs once, like, at least once, just so you can have that, you know. Oh, that's a bad play by Woll. He tried to leave it there and loose to Ryan and jumps on it before Matthews. Like, I'm not saying that they would rig it every single year to look like they're favored, but, like, once they would. in 50 plus years, they would at least once, for sure. Yeah, they're 1 in their last 31 in games 5 through 7 on the power play. That's really bad. Alex Vlasic and Frank Nazar. Vlasic were 43 for 20-ish games, then switched to 72. Interesting. Oh, so you want the non-standard number. I like that. I'm with that. Domi Blast stopped by Bobrovsky. These power play cue the comeback boys. We're going to score 5 unanswered to win the game. Oh, and Domi's down. Is that going to be another penalty against the Panthers? I wasn't paying attention. I was reading chat. So it's a holding call. Domi's getting the call. Jesus, Domi. Let's see what happened. I didn't even see what happened. So here's Domi. What? Oh, that is such a shit call. That is such a shit call. Holy. That is such a terrible call. Damn. Domi for half of a second gets his arm down. It's not even a hold. It's like a slash with the arm is basically what he did. That's a terrible fucking call. Not like it matters. That power play, yeah, it didn't even look like the Leafs were trying on it. So who cares? But got Vlasic 72 on my Winter Classic. Oh, okay. We had a 3-1 lead in the second period of Game 3 and just fell from there. Yeah. Tanev passed Marner. He didn't even see that. We all hope everyone's doing well. Leafs are having a rough one. Besides that, hope all is well. Yeah, not having a... Honestly, the vibes in the stream, I appreciate everyone being here. You know, it's been a pretty rowdy chat, which I do appreciate, but it's not been extremely positive. But yeah, we're doing all right outside of the Leafs. Thanks for stopping by, Samuel. Appreciate it. So a minute 20 left to go here on the Panthers power play instead. And I mean, once again, like, I know it's a really shit call. I don't think that should have been a call at all on Domi, but once again, it's another Domi penalty. He's taken a lot in this series. That quick pass across, Reinhart can't handle it. You know, the really shitty thing is that Tkachuk has been not good this series. He's had 2 pretty decent passes, but outside of that, he's been mostly invisible. It's not been a good series for Tkachuk, and I mean, I know he's injured as well. But oh man, as I'm saying that, Tkachuk shoots off the post. But yeah, like, Tkachuk has not had a good series at all, and it hasn't mattered. Minnesota Wild first head coach Jack Lemieux. Vlasic wore 43 for 15 games. Oh, okay. Kind of surprised me on that penalty this season. We let so much stuff go, but the most random stuff gets called. I don't get it. Yeah, I mean, that's kind of just how she goes, honestly. I think that's one where they're looking for something to call on Domi. They know the Leafs are down hard on this game. They know the Leafs are down by a lot, and that Domi is probably going to look for something. He's probably going to try and get under the Panthers' skin a little bit. So they're looking for Domi. They're looking to see what he does. They have their eye on him because they know that he's a little bit of an agitator. So there's Lundell walking down the middle. His shot goes high. I was hoping gifting a few memberships would get us some good karma. Yeah, I appreciate that. Apparently it did not, but I do definitely appreciate the gifted subscriptions a lot. Unfortunately, yeah, it did not give us some good karma. I was hoping wearing this jersey would give us some good karma. I broke my cycle because I never, at least so far, I have not worn the same jersey twice in the same series. I wore this for both game ones, and we won both game ones. So I was like, fuck it. I'm going to wear this one again since we won both game ones, and now it's not quite the same. So that also didn't give us some good luck, unfortunately. Just remember something against last round series. The Leafs won when they were down 3-2 in that series. The last second round series, the Leafs won. They were down 3-2 in that series. Oh, okay. Who do they... They played Ottawa in the second round, right? Am I not mistaken? In that 2002 series? I think they played Ottawa in the second round. I mean, yeah, like, look, this game is done for sure. Oh, I've forgotten to switch my clock. Sorry about that. Not like it matters too much, but... See, McMahon is out there with Matthews and Marner, and I don't even know why. I mean, I guess they're just trying to get something going, but... Yeah, this is going to be another a game where people are going to question and ask about the core four, which is, I guess, fair. Because, yeah, the core four has not been... I mean, Nylander's had a couple of opportunities this game. He's probably been the only one out of the core four that's really had a ton going on. Matthews did have that chance where he come out from behind the net, had 2 opportunities, but outside of that, he hasn't looked that great. I don't know. That's it. I'm wearing my St. Pass jersey for Game 6. Got to bring some luck to the series. That's why I wore my St. Pass jersey last game, and they got fucking demolished, too. So, I don't know what to do. Now that the playoffs are about 50% mark, what do you think? Who do I think is who makes it to the finals? Well, my hope is that it's... Man, that puck hits McCabe in the face, falls right down to Greer, who scores. Ah, brother. So it's a 1 draw here by the Panthers after a battle, and they just send it to the front. It hits McCabe in the face, which allows Greer to jump on that. Ouch, fuck. Jesus, man. Yeah, that puck tipped right into the face of McCabe. Now Murray is coming in. We're going to see the Murdog. Oh, jeez. Oh, boy. Oh, gee. All right, let's see, Murdog. Let's see it. What do you got? When was the last time Matt Murray played an NHL game? It was this season. Matt Murray. Let's see if they have his last 5 games. Game logs. Matt Murray's last game in the NHL was December 28th, 2024 against Washington. It was a loss. He allowed 4 goals against, 31 saves, or 31 shots against, sorry. An .871 save percentage. So it's been a while since the Murdogs played. Jeez, Greer with his first NHL playoff goal. Jason Robertson, future Atlanta expansion team. That would be interesting. I don't think Dallas is letting him go. The 5 real Florida fans are probably happy. Let's be real. Yeah. Suits headed to the exit. Matt Murray in net. The Murdog. Here comes 2-time Stanley Cup champion Matt Murray. Yes, sir. That's what I'm talking about. First playoff game for Murray since 2020 when the Penguins lost to the Habs in the bubble. Really? Damn, let's go, Matt Murray. Yes, sir. See you next game. I'm out. See you later, Turnpike. Appreciate you stopping by. What an easy game for Florida. It's like they're playing on NHL 25 beginner difficulty. Yeah, the Leafs have not generated... Like... Hey, come on, guys. Don't Bronx cheer Matt Murray, all right? He hasn't done shit. Do not Bronx cheer Murray. Yeah, even though it's funny because I've talked about how the Leafs have, they don't mind getting outshot. They're getting outshot right now. Leafs are taking a penalty here. It's a high sticking call against Tavares in the offensive zone. But yeah, I've talked about how the Leafs don't mind getting outshot. Yeah, it's a shot to the head by Tavares. Here they are getting outshot 26-24, so it's not like they're getting outshot that badly, but this is one of the games where the shots for the Leafs have not been that strong. Bobrovsky's had to make a couple of key saves on a breakaway or 2, but outside of that, the Leafs... Their forecheck has not been good enough. They have not been able to get in front of Bobrovsky very well throughout this game. They've just been boxed out for the most part. Checking out, brother. Can't take this crap anymore. Yeah, no worries, Josh. Appreciate you being here. Thanks for the gifted memberships. I very much appreciate it. Thank you. Hopefully see you in the next one, and at least maybe be a little bit better. 17 players of the 23 players suited up for the Panthers have scored in the playoffs. It's pretty good. He's no 2-time Stanley Cup winning goaltender in net. Maybe things will change. Yeah, I doubt it. But it's possible. Who knows? You only need to score 5 goals in 10 minutes or whatever it is. Florida fan base is so fake. I mean, look, I like to make fun of Florida for a lot of things. One of the things being them chanting USA at the end of Game 4. That was fucking really stupid. Really dumb. I have a lot of strong opinions on that, to be honest, that I'm gonna hold off on. But look, obviously, I know we make fun of Florida for not having a huge fan base because they haven't. And seeing Joseph Woll and Stolars kind of talk to each other in practice, but obviously the Panthers are not going to have a strong fan base for the past, for a long time because they were trash for a long time. You're not going to have a lot of fans in the stands when you're a terrible team. Not many teams are going to support their own team when they're trash. There's only a few teams that will continuously have a lot of fans in the building at that point, especially when it's been like that for so long. Buffalo, obviously, is one of the teams that, even now they've kind of slowly struggled to support their team. But after, it's been over a decade since they've been in the playoffs. There's a handful, maybe 2 handfuls of teams that will support a team that's been bad for multiple years and still show up in the stands. And obviously now that Florida's an actual good team, fans showing up, people, including myself, will kind of make fun of them for that, but I think it does make sense. While they chant USA when it's against other USA teams, it's dumb. the USA chants are very stupid for multiple reasons. But I'll hold off on saying too much. It's all in the pastels or something. Yeah, who knows? Oh, good save by Murray on Reinhardt. The Murdog. Let's go. Honestly, I just want to see Murray play well. For no reason in particular. It's not like Murray's going to play another game, but I just want to see Murray play well. There's a shot blocker save, and he gets the rebound there as well. Flores are just bandwagon ships, and don't get me wrong, the team players are elite, but deserve better fans than actually they got. It's coming when they do well. Yeah, I mean, like I said, that's going to happen, though. Panthers have been trash for so long that, of course, they're not going to have a huge fan base there. And they project, the projection of the Panthers being good, they went from being a not very good team to a pretty damn good team very quickly. So it does obviously seem like bandwagon fans, and of course it is. And that's another goal by, of course, Sam Bennett. That one's not a Murray. That's really bad. That's really bad. Holy fuck, guys. Holy fuck. So it's a battle off the draw, and it just comes free for Bennett. Snipes on Murray. It just bounces to Bennett. A tough one for Murray. Florida is really different because of the location. A lot of people not from there. Not hockey being a big sport. Yeah, for sure. It's definitely another factor to it as well. I mean, you could say the same thing for Arizona, right? Obviously, Arizona has had attendance issues for a long time, but it's also because the fucking team sucked, man. The team was ass. Of course, it's difficult to support a team when not many, unless they're super hardcore hockey fans who have supported the team for a long time, they're not going to show up to a game and spend tickets or money on tickets and waste 2 hours, 3 hours of their time to watch a team that's going to fucking suck. Why would they do that? Not many fans would. I get it. And that was the same thing with the Panthers for a long time, and now they're good. So, of course, they're going to have fans that show up. But Uh, you're like pulling a Leafs trash can over my head. I do got a Leafs trash can right here. It's full of garbage right now, so I'm not gonna pull it up. If I had just changed it, maybe I would, but I do got a Leafs trash can right there. We're gonna get shut out in back-to-back games in the playoffs. So yeah, it's really bad. It's really bad. Getting shut out in back-to-back games is really bad. That's pretty bad. Remember Matt Murray said he wasn't coming to Chicago, so the Leafs ended up trading for him. And then they traded Mrazek in a first. Shaman to Sam Rinzel. I don't know. Don't know about Rinzel, to be honest. These fans get out of the stadium, make these bunch of losers feel like they deserve it. Yeah. Yeah, I'm surprised actually how many people are still there. to be real with you. Just imagine though we win Game 6 and somehow by miracle win Game 7. I mean, yeah, we could still very easily win Game 6. But holy shit, this was a bad one. This was like, is this question is this their worst playoff game that they've had? And like I don't know if I don't know, we've had some pretty bad playoff losses, but this one's a bad one. This one's a really, really bad one. Like, they have not, especially in the last half of this game. Ooh, it's a bad one by Carlo. Like, I'm gonna be honest with you. I'm gonna be real honest with you guys. I have barely paid attention to this game. I've been mostly looking at the chat. Because, like, this game is just fucking done. Like, whatever. But it's a bad game. It's a really bad one. Real fan stay, fix leaves early. I mean, honestly, hell, I might leave. Like, if I was at the game, I might leave early. To be real with you. That won't happen, guys. Look at this. Do you think these weak wins can put off, prove their pants next game and get smashed again? I mean, I do think they can win Game 6. I don't trust them to win Game 7. I think it's a possibility they'll win Game 6, but they have lost the series. It's done. I would agree with that. The series is done. Florida has won the series. It's just a matter of whether they'll win it in 6 or 7. I think the Leafs can win next game still, even though they had a really shitty game. This one, they had a really shitty game in Game 5 or 4, I guess. But I do still think that they can win Game 6. Just a matter of whether they get to Game 7. I'd rather beat traffic too. Yeah, Connor Bedard, future senator. I don't think that. Don't think Chicago's gonna let that one up. Hey man, what's up? I think the USA Chancellor from Four Nations wasn't right to boo our national anthem. And what do you think? Whether you like Trump or not, represents the soldiers who sacrificed for our safety. Trying to decide whether I what I want to say or not. Look, yes, I understand that, but it's directly because of Trump is why they were booing. And yes, obviously the USA chants are from the Four Nations, but they're fucking stupid for booing or for chanting USA when the USA chants made sense in the Four Nations. Definitely, 100%. Doing it now, yes, they're facing a Canadian team, but it's dumb because all, 8 players on the Panthers are from Canada, and in that game, both of their goals were from Canadian players. And the captain of the Maple Leafs is a USA player. It doesn't make sense to chant USA. It doesn't make any sense at all. It doesn't make sense. The reason we were booing your anthem is because of Trump. It's not because of the soldiers. It's not because of the team. It's not because of the players. It's literally solely because of Trump. I'm going to leave it at that. I would go more into it, but I don't want to make it. It's what it is. Anyways. Yeah, I haven't missed much not watching the game. Game or two against Tampa and Boston in the playoffs. I remember us playing like this, but yeah, this one, I think this one a lot has to do with just the timing. The timing is really bad. Although we've had really bad games where the timing wasn't great either. Do I go to regular season games? No, I don't go to any I didn't this year. I wanted to, but I decided against it. But I don't go to any regular season Leafs games because I don't live in Toronto. So I only have one opportunity to go to a Leafs game every single year when they're in a city close by. It's not even my city. But I didn't go this year. I plan to next year. I would like to. I would stay the whole game no matter win or lose, getting their ass kicked in. Yeah, I mean, I think I probably would too, just because I spent so much money on the damn game, but I would definitely be pissed. I would be sulking in my seat for sure. I would be pissed as hell. Florida won't give him a chance to win game 6. Yeah, I mean, we'll see. We'll see. Was there a jersey on the ice? I didn't even see that. I wouldn't be surprised. But I did not see that. A lot of good players, especially good ones, are from Canada. Good point. Hilarious. Yeah, I mean, obviously, look, I don't hate any any of the any Americans. I solely blame. I'm not gonna go too far into it. I don't want to be too political because it's annoying. You get fucking political talk everywhere nowadays. It's full of fucking everything. It consumes every aspect of our life, so I don't want to be political. Jones with a shot there. Hey, get the fuck out of there, Lusterinen, you goddamn dick. My friend just texted me and said Florida in 6. Like, bro, I'm sad, leave me alone. Yeah, that's annoying. 3 were thrown on the ice. God damn. Yeah, yeah. They're like literally everybody and their mother is talking like politics elsewhere, so we don't need to get into it. A lot of pushing and shoving after this whistle here. Not too shocking. Honestly, it's kind of surprising that it hasn't happened before, considering it's fucking 6-0. You'd think maybe the Leafs would give a little bit more of a pushing and shoving before this one. But there's still some jostling going around. Yeah, I think the ref's probably going to throw a couple of penalties in here. Why are the damn Authentics 500? The premium that much of a downgrade? The premium or the Authentics are 500 because like they're literally the game, like outside of them being issued by the team, they're the exact same jerseys the players are wearing on ice. It's not necessarily that the premiums are that much of a downgrade. It's just like there is a difference. It's like a whole new material that the authentic pros are made out of. There's extra layers of it. I do feel though personally that if you've never had an authentic jersey, like a like the basically what the players would wear on ice, if you never had that level before, I could see you not really caring about the differences and rather going with a premium jersey. I would recommend seeing an authentic pro in person before buying one. Um, that's my recommendation because like I think most people are not gonna see the differences, or even if they see it, they're not gonna care that much. Even though like the differences from the Adidas jerseys to the Adidas uh, on ice jerseys, it's the same differences basically. There's a couple of differences, but in theory, it's about the same difference as the Fnatic premiums to the authentic Fnatic authentic pros. Um, but I think visually you can tell there is that much of a difference because of the dimples on the shoulders on those Adidas jerseys. On the Indos, they're a lot, there's not quite as deep. Where on the Made in Canadas, they're a lot deeper. So you can just visually from that tell the difference and be able to see it that much more. Where with the premiums to the authentic pros, they don't quite have that visual difference. It's a lot more of a physical touch and stuff like that. Um, I just don't know if we win Game 6 and we're going to start believing again. I never learned. Yeah, it's true the stupid Bieber... Is it true the stupid Bieber jerseys are finally retired? Yeah, it looks like that is going to be the case. It looks like they are done after this year. Trade Matthews to LA for Quentin Byfield and Brent Clark. I don't think I would love that, but I want the real deal game day jersey. Yeah, well, it is. I would honestly wait for sales for the Authentic Pros. Authentic Pros are nice, but if you're just a normal fan, honestly, saving money is worth it unless you have a hole burning in your pocket. I agree. For sure. Yeah. I love the Authentic Pro. This jersey, like, I can tell the difference between this jersey and a premium very, very easily, but I think casual fans or fans that are not, like, super hardcore jersey collectors, I don't think that it's worth it, personally, for them. That's just me, though. Rat King to the showers. Yeah, I did see him going off. There's been a lot of... his whistle has taken a while as they're deciding penalties and stuff. One of my buddies that lost in Iraq was a platoon that worked directly with Canadian soldiers. All respect, love both nations. Can't let politics divide us. No politics now, lol. Yeah, I mean, obviously, like, literally, it has nothing to do with the soldiers. All respect to them, and I'm sorry that that happened. I'm sorry about that, but it's literally nothing about them. It's literally just about the guy in charge. That's the only reason. But yes, done with politics. Definitely have a hole burning in my pocket. Single, no kids. Good job. Well, there you go. In that case, I mean, I would still look for a deal. There's been, if you are in Canada, I would keep your eye on both the NHL shop and Pro Hockey Life Sport Check. Keep your eye on those for off-season deals. I think there'll probably be some deals in the off-season. Most of the time, the Authentic Pros aren't included in those sales, but sometimes I've seen this season they have been. So it's I would honestly wait if you can, if you're able to, like, go to a team store. If you're, I'm not sure if you live in Toronto or wherever you live. You're in Texas? Oh, okay. Well, if you're in Texas, if you're by the Dallas team store, I would take a look at the team store, see if you can just see the Authentic Pro in person and decide that way. But in that case, I would, if you're in the United States, definitely take a look at the NHL shop on the American side, and also Dick's Sporting Goods. Keep your eye on there. Yeah, I that's probably where I would keep an eye out. I wouldn't personally buy them at full price, especially just because most of the Authentic Pros are only the home jerseys right now. So, like, you have plenty of time to get them. If you're not in a rush, it's all about patience. Patience is a big thing with jersey buying. It's all about waiting for sales and stuff. If you're okay with waiting. Yeah, we'll see if Matthews wants to go anywhere or not. My wallet is gonna hate me for the next Blackhawks Centennial merch. Yeah, that's fair. Dylan Strome, future Islander, could be. I like the fit so much better on the Authentics. Yes, I agree. I hate that. That's maybe the biggest tell for maybe casual fans is the fit. Yeah, the fit is so much nicer on the Authentic Pros. I hate the fit of the premium jerseys. It's just so annoying. I hate them so much. Especially as someone who's short. I'm sure if I was a little bit taller, a little bit skinnier, I wouldn't mind it as much. I wish maybe if I was a baller, I would call her. But yeah, anyways, the song popped into my head halfway through. Yeah, the Authentic Pros, they just fit so much more like actual jerseys, right? And that's how I like my jerseys to fit. There be some passion, some grit, heart after losing 2 games on the road. Yeah, this has been a bad game. This has been a real bad game. Cole wasn't sure if teams were has authentics. It should. I'd be very, very surprised if it doesn't. Oh, Lawton and Mikula going at it hard. Jones is just trying to hug Lawton to get him away from Mikula. He's not even... Okay, now he's throwing a couple of shoves, but... able to get the Blackhawks Winter Classic Authentic Pro on sale on Fanatics. Nice. I have to get that jersey before the Winter Classic. Damn. Nice. Yeah, I've seen the Authentic Pro for the Winter Classic go on a couple of times. Go on sale a couple of times. Plenty of sales. Plenty of Authentic Pros made in Canada sold for over $100 off. Yeah, I mean, the Authentic Pros I haven't seen too much for over $100 off. They're usually, I think the biggest sale that I've seen is 25% off, which I guess would be over 100. But yeah, not too many. I haven't seen plenty of sales on the Authentic Pros, but they've been there for sure. Love the baggy feel of the Authentic Pros, yeah, for sure. Also a short king, nice. I'm very, very short though. You know, I got the major bragging rights of the short king, because most people when they say they're a short king, they're like, "Yeah, I'm a short king. I'm like 5'8". And I'm like, "Brother, I'm 5'2". I am. Maybe there's a different. Maybe I need to have a different word for short king, because I'm a different level of short king. I know back in the day, you could buy an authentic, then the kid's name. Yeah. Adidas kind of stopped stopped allowing the authentics to be sold at the team store. Like they didn't have retail authentics. Adidas they kind of replaced those with the Indo jerseys, and it was really annoying. But Fanatics did bring that back, which is the best thing that they've done so far. So. Welcome back, Rick. The arms on the DS jersey seem to be wider than the Fanatics. Maybe I haven't noticed that too much. To me, the Adidas jerseys and the Fanatics jerseys are basically the same, minor differences, but they're theoretically supposed to be the exact same. The only differences between the Adidas and Fanatics, like for right now, they're made out of the same warehouse and everything like that. Like they're right now they're supposed to be literally like Fanatics didn't want to change anything at all, really, from the Adidas jerseys. It's not until I don't think next season, but the season after, that's when they're implementing their own template and kind of getting their own thing going. We're gonna win Game 6. We're gonna go get our hopes up, and we're gonna lose Game 7 probably. Look at an Authentic Pro Blackhawks Centennial sets. Very fair. I probably would too if it was Leafs. Cody Glass, future Blackhawks. I like the name Cody Glass. See, that was a question I was going to ask because I'm 6'2", 225, broad, and wanted to be able to fit a thin hoodie and shirt undersize. So it was confusing because Authentics were made for pads, etc. Yeah, like the Authentic Pros, like this one is, like, I'll show you. This one is a size 50, so it's big on me. Obviously, all jerseys are big on me. So it is big on me. There we go. Usually I would get a size 48 because, you know, that's the smallest size that I could get in an authentic. But I got a size 50 because the guy that I bought it from, I was able to, I got it a little bit cheaper with a size 50. So I was like, yeah, I'll get a size 50. But usually I'll get a size 48. But yeah, it's definitely baggier for sure. I'm Nathan Gerby size. I am. Honestly, he's even a little bit taller than me. Why can't we succeed? Yeah. Here's the deal, Leafs fan. Would you rather get your ass kicked or lose a close heartbreaker? I would. We've got our ass kicked enough. I would rather lose a close heartbreaker. I would rather lose a close heartbreaker. What the hell is happening to the Leafs? Yeah, it's just fucking done. It's done, brother. Yeah, it's not a great game. Not a great game. In fact, probably one of the worst games in a while. Hope Fanatics brings Reebok Edge collar to their template. Reebok collars are the best. I don't think they're going to do that. I'm worried their collars are going to look like the practice jerseys right now. I really just like the practice jersey collars, so I'm nervous about it. Very, very nervous about it. Why does my clock keep dying? I don't know what's going on there. I'm having some issues with that because my chat didn't show up for a while there, so it's weird. Don't know what's going on. I'll still be cheering my heart out for Game 6 because you got to be passionate. Yeah, for sure. GG. Yeah. Yeah, that's done. It's done for sure. But I should have mentioned when creating my crown logo. Look both like the 1967-2020 versions of the LA King logo. Yeah, it's a good looking logo. I think you did a good job of creating it. I do hope they can pull it off in 7, but they do still need to win Game 6, so we'll see. Mitch Marner has to has probably played his last game in Toronto tonight as a Leaf. Well, yeah, it could be. If they don't win Game 6, yeah, for sure. Because, yeah, I mean, like I said, we've known Marner is not coming back for basically all of the season. Like, there was little hopes, but definitely it's not happening. Crazy thing about the Leafs is you got the players that can score. Not many teams have your players. Yep. Problem is they tend to just not be able to get it done. It's literally just in games. Like, it's funny that they mentioned the playoffs in general, but it's almost just like games 5, 6, and 7. Like, that's really the main time when they just have their issues. I mean, the Leafs are getting a couple of chances here late in the game, but that's about it. The worst part, honestly, the worst part about this game is the fact that they're not going to score on Bobrovsky. It's the 2 shutouts back to back against Bobrovsky. It's so funny because I was so happy that the Leafs, in the first 3 games, they score 5, score 4, and score 4. And I'm like, damn, Bobrovsky's not like the Bobrovsky that we faced in 2023. We can actually fucking score on this guy. This is awesome. And now we haven't scored in back-to-back games. And it's like, god damn it, fuck. God damn it. I think you're right. The Colorado will be like in the practice. We probably will lead in the next template. I think it's because Collar goes up that high like for protection. Yeah. I mean, I don't love the collar though still. But we'll see. We'll see exactly. I mean, maybe they'll change it a bit. Hopefully. Steve Dangle's going to go nuts. Yeah, probably. Playoff takes an extra level of effort and heart. Is yet to perform. Yeah, I mean, like they do. They've. It's so funny because, like, especially over the past 2 years, right? You have. Oh, Robertson scores. Oh, of course, fucking Robertson scores. Oh, that's so fucking funny. Oh, that is the most hilarious thing. Oh. Oh, this Leafs team, brother, it's so funny. Of course, he fucking scores. Robertson, hey, he's money. I said at the start of the game, Robertson is money to score a goal when he comes back into the lineup. And he did. It's just, it's a little bit too late with a minute left in the third. Down 6-0. Hey, 5 goals in a minute. We can do it, boys. 5 goals in a minute. We got this. We got this. Go, Leafs, go. Go, Leafs, go. Oh, fucking hell. God damn it, dude. Oh. And of course, fucking Domi gets the assist on it, too, hey? I mean, it's a good pass, but Domi, nice spin around move by Robertson. Gets it on the far side. Obviously, it doesn't fucking matter in the end. That is funny. That is hilarious. So we don't get shut out back-to-back games. Robertson streak of scoring when he comes back in the lineup continues. Yeah, little late. Yeah. No shutout. Let's go. Only 5 to go. We got this, boys. Pull the goalie. We got this. Has the Oilers game started yet? Oh yeah, it has. That's so funny. That is so funny that Robertson scored. That's fucking hilarious. Oh, jeez. Need to head out. Thank you for the stream. Yeah, thank you for stopping by. Appreciate it, Samuel. Have a good one. Can you just drop the puck, man? It's the fucking minute left. Jesus Christ. There was a lot of pushing and shoving after the goal there, but I don't even know what to say. Just feel so deflated. I think we need to focus on winning the next game and just take it from there. Yeah. So Panthers, I guess, get a power play in the final minute. Yeah, I mean, me too. Me too. I also don't know what to say, really, to be honest. Does Fnatic have the NHL jersey deal? A few years. If I wait for summer 20% off sale, yeah, Fanatics has the jersey deal for like literally. Well, they had they had 10 years, so but that started this year, so they have it for the next 9 years. Yeah, so you're not gonna wait for like an end of the manufacturer deal, but yeah, they usually do. I mean, the NHL shop in general usually does sales fairly frequently. Like I said, if you're okay, like if you're fine with being patient and like you don't mind waiting, legitimately I would just wait and look for deals. Like if you can, every week or every day, that's my recommendation. What I do is I do check. Oh man, there's a lot of pushing and shoving after the whistle here. Murray's getting over. Murray's in a talks with Gadjevich as he kind of throws a slash at him. Lorentz pulls down Greer, I think that is. Looks like it. But yeah, my recommendation is always, if you are okay with waiting, just save the sites that you want to look at, like the NHL shop, Dick's Sporting Goods, and just look every day for sales. That's what I tend to do. That's probably your best way of going about it. If you want to get a jersey right away, your best option for a cheap one is on eBay or Sideline Swap, Macari, I think is how you pronounce it. Those sites, but you do have to be careful because those sites, Facebook Marketplace, they have fake jerseys. That's secondhand, just random people selling jerseys. So you have to be careful about that. But yeah, that's the best way to go about it. Definitely checking daily plus few Fanatics, $75. Wasn't sure if I could use plus discounts. You might be able to. I'm not too sure. Robertson's probably gone after the season for sure. Yeah, that is going to do it for me. I appreciate everybody watching. We had a pretty lively stream today. Shocker when the Leafs get demolished. That's we know I know that people like to see Leafs fans in pain and misery. I guess I could have maybe milked it a little bit more today since it was such a bad game, but I don't know. Like I said, I didn't want to be too negative today. We'll be negative on Friday when they probably lose. And if not, we'll be negative on Sunday when they definitely lose. So we'll save that negativity for another day. For today, yeah, that's a bad one. It's a really, really bad game. But we'll be here on Friday for Game 6. We'll see whether that's the last game of the season or not. But I appreciate everybody being here. Yeah, thank you. Stay alive, brother. Don't quit. Yeah, we'll stay alive. I appreciate everybody being here, whether you were in the chat for a long time or just for a little bit. If you chatted or not, I appreciate you all. I'll be here on Friday, and go Leafs go. Yeah, I'm sad too, but go Leafs go. I'll see you guys later. Bye.